And we are live. Yo, yo, yo. 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. on the dot. Not even a minute late, not even a second late. Let's turn the music down a little bit. We got music. Oh, not 0. 5 should be okay. That sounds all right, right? That's good audio balance, right? I know how this works. I've been doing YouTube for a little while now, i.e. a year. Speaking of doing YouTube for a year. It has been 1 year. Let's get rid of this. I was just rewatching some of my content, you know, just doing the old classic look back at what once was the olden days. Welcome all, welcome one, welcome all. We have a couple of house cleaning items to get through before we really kick this off. Step 1. Oh shoot, I don't want to tune into my own stream. That's gonna echo. We don't want that. Step 1. I'm streaming for now up until about 3:30 p.m. today. So it is currently 12 p.m. EST. Apparently EST, nobody knows what EST is, because every time I brought it up, people have been like, what the hell, you're EST? It's like, yeah, I guess I am. But, so I have about 3.5 hours. Basically, it was my dad's birthday yesterday, but we didn't end up going to dinner. We had to cancel, and then we're gonna do it today instead. So I have to leave so I can attend my father's birthday dinner. Quite important, I would imagine. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But for now, until about 3:30, I'll be here. I'll be streaming. So you can feel free to come in, come out. This is going to be, the VOD is going to be saved and posted onto the channel itself. So it'll be here if you ended up missing it live. And if you are watching the VOD, hi, VOD gang. We do appreciate VOD gang. Streaming is something that I've wanted to do for a hot minute now, but just haven't really gotten it. And I figure might as well do something like this. This seemed like a good excuse to stream, because it was an excuse to get me to set up a stream setup and to test it and to actually see if I could do it. So this is more so a proof of concept than anything stream. Things will be scuffed, but hopefully you guys came here expecting that. But otherwise, this is going to be a pretty cool, just a look back, a little bit of background on the channel, and thank you, Chris. Happy birthday to my father. Thank you, appreciate that. But otherwise, this is going to be a pretty usual, we're just going to go look back at the channel. I'm going to give a little bit of backstory, just talk about the channel, talk about me, and talk about why I'm doing this and all this fun stuff, and also answer questions. This is also a bit of a Q&A type beat. So if you guys have questions about me or the channel, the future of the channel, the past of the channel, whatever have you, I will do my best to answer those here as well. I'm going to try to lower the music down just a little bit as well here. We want it to be background music, not too overpowering. So I created this channel about a year ago. I'm a little YouTube boy, but a bit of lore. This isn't my first channel. This is my first channel. If anyone has ever decided to do some poking around, I started YouTube here on this channel entitled Spaced Out, where I made quite a few videos, a decent amount. This was my start. This was where everything kicked off. Feel free to check out this channel if you'd like to see what my content used to look like before I started doing tank stuff. This was a channel that I started with 3 of my friends. It's the typical thing of, you know, a friends group, the 4 of y'all get together and you decide I want to start a podcast. The idea of this was to be a podcast. I'm gonna turn this down. Let's skip to the next. Oh, it's over. Cool. Next song. Yeah, so the idea of this was supposed to be a podcast. In fact, the whole idea of it too was to do it was a podcast, but then the whole like gimmick of it was that we were going to be doing Stellaris gameplay over top of, or underneath it rather. So the whole idea was to just film a regular podcast, but then just, oh lol, there's also Stellaris gameplay. So these were some of my first videos, and I think if we take the we mute the music for real quick, we take a gander, take a listen here.
That's the same type of government as me. We should.
My microphone was so bad.
It's because they're xenophobic.
I had a very hard time trying to get my microphone to balance out with this, because I was using my shitty.
They're
not only xenophobes, they are fanatic xenophobes.
Oh god.
It's significantly less creepy than having xenophiles surrounding you.
I like
that microphone. That microphone. So that was my old, actually it's a microphone I still have on my current headset. It was a headset microphone. I bought the headset that I currently have specifically for its microphone. Like I was scouring the internet because I was previously using the microphone on my freaking desktop webcam, which I still have. And so I was like, I need a dedicated microphone. So I got headphones and I was using that microphone with it. And I bought the headphones specifically because I thought they had good microphone quality. And then I started recording and found that it would be
communist dictatorship.
the audio was terrible.
The turtles are communist dictatorship? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. It's not that bad.
Yay, I'm very happy. I wish I...
It's not that bad. But, you know, we did 4 episodes of this essentially, but it just turned into a Stellaris gameplay channel essentially. There wasn't really much of a podcast type beat. But this was my earliest YouTube career. Oh yeah, this was when I discovered how to add photos. So previously I was just doing these subtitles, and then I forget where exactly it is, but there's a moment when I put in a picture, and it's like, yeah, this right here. This was the moment right here when I discovered, I was in the middle of editing this video. I was like, wait a minute, I can add photos to the video? Hold on a minute. And this right here, this is the first. I was so proud when I did this. I was like, yo, I could put freaking pictures in my videos. No way, bro. I was so excited about that. And so then from then on, I was adding pictures and stuff and doing stuff. And I did, what was my first complicated edit that I would consider? I think it was this one. Basically, we were playing Stellaris, and my civilization was a robotic civilization, right? Yeah. And we made the joke that my civilization was comprised of Samsung smart fridges. And so I did this little edit right here. And I think if we can rewind it, we'll try to get it to actually do it. But I actually had to like manually track it frame by frame to get it to pop in normally. So I could actually get it working. And that was so, like, when I did that, I was so proud of it. I thought I was just the coolest fucking dude like ever. I was so hype about that. But expanded into, after we kind of realized that the Stellaris podcast was kind of like, it wasn't a podcast, it was just us playing Stellaris, I branched out and made a couple other videos. This is my Dead Space series that I was super excited to do with my buddy Ivan. These 4 guys, I still hang out with these guys. These are still my 4 like best friends ever. Ivan, Thomas, and Cole. I'm on Discord with them all the time. We still play games together a lot. But this was kind of our group channel, and we were doing gameplay stuff. We were doing all kinds of stuff, and we did actually film legitimate podcasts, except this was more of just like, I just happened to be recording at like 3 a.m. and we would all be together talking, and then I would just splice it all together and then throw it in. So like, this wasn't like a sit down, make a podcast type thing. It was just oh yeah, I just happened to be recording a bunch of us talking on Discord, and I decided to throw it together. Perfectly normal. This was my first tank related video. So after this video right here, this video was, I highly recommend you watch this video actually too, if you are interested, because we're not going to watch it here because it's quite long, but I highly recommend you check this video out if you're interested, because this video is one of my favorites on this channel here at Spaced Out. This was basically me and Ivan got into an argument over what color some specific tanks were. And it's just a video documenting our descent into madness, essentially, as we argued back and forth what color this tank was for, yes, 25 minutes. It's a 26-minute video of just Ivan and I just fucking arguing about what color that tank was. Looking back, we took this a little too seriously. But this was my first like tank video. I've been interested in tanks for a long time, like maybe 4 or 5 years at this point. And this was kind of on my comeuppance. This is February, so early 2021. So yeah, like give or take, like fall or December of 2020 is when I started taking tankery like really seriously. So it only made sense that, a couple months later I would do something like this. And this is what sparked my interest of like, maybe I should make more tank related videos. And that's where the Becoming an Ace Tanker and Foxhole came through. I was playing Foxhole. I still love Foxhole. I haven't played it in forever, but I really like this clan that I joined up with, TSO. These guys are really nice. I'm still in their Discord. Check out this video if you're interested. I like it a lot too. Discord. Foxhole is super fun. I love Foxhole. And so I actually would really like to take I'd like to do this again. I would like to make another Foxhole video and put it up here on Eta320. The idea being to do tankery. So I did this whole video of us being a tank crew in Foxhole, and I kind of just sat back. So early 2020, the semester starts back up again, and Thomas and Cole go off to college. Ivan is busy with college, but he's doing it kind of from home, so to speak. So it's really just me. I didn't go to college. I skipped it. I didn't drop out, but I never went. I was lucky enough to go to a trade school, and I currently have a job, but I didn't go to college. So I am, young guy with no college. So all my friends are at college. What do? I'm alone now. The spaced out channel was gonna die. I didn't want to upload solo content to this channel because in my eyes this was always a group channel, and I didn't want to start uploading videos and then have Thomas and Cole and Ivan come back and be like, "Yo, dude, what the hell? Like, why are you leaving us in the dust?" So I started Eta320, and I decided to start uploading tank videos. And the first 2 videos I uploaded are garbage. Actually, that's not true. Taking a Gamble is really good. I obviously started with War Thunder montages, and this was a time, I think these first 4 videos, give or take, I was still like trying to do stuff with Spaced Out. Like I made this video back when Spaced Out was still hustling. And I love this little video. This actually is still one of my favorites. How old am I? I'm 19. My birthday's in March, so I'll be 20 very soon. What was I saying? Yeah, this video. I like this video. My first War Thunder montage. I like making the War Thunder montages. They're easy to make. They're easy to throw together, and they're fun. I have a fun fact about this video. This is I know for a fact the only War Thunder montage, and I think it's one of only two videos on my channel where somebody else is involved. Other than, Nomad Prod was involved in the Easy 8, or Mystery to Easy 8 video. But this, I got my friend Ivan from Spaced Out. I got Ivan to play the M18 in this opening cinematic. And this was my first War Thunder montage, my first foray into a fully tank committed video. I'm not going to do audio for this just because copyright. I don't know how copyright on the YouTube streams work, but I know for a fact that this is it's a real song, and I know that this video would get copyright struck for it, so I'm not going to play it. I think the only War Thunder montage I've done that isn't copyrighted is probably no, BT Jam is copyrighted. I think it's Evolution, actually, because this isn't like a licensed song. But yeah, I had a philosophy when I started this channel that I wanted to have specific types of content. And so far, stream music. I created this playlist literally today. Yeah, I wanted to do the tank documentaries, other tank-related gaming, and War Thunder cinematics. Those were kind of my 3, like, I'm going to make these three types of content. IDK, if it's just me, but you found so much more mature. Thank you. I kind of get that a lot, actually. Especially the fact that I'm not in high school and have a job, a career. A lot of people tell me that, but I don't like to toot my own horn, so please stop, or else you'll make me talk for hours about how awesome I am. Shitpost, this just kind of evolved. This wasn't really like supposed to be, tank tier list. We'll get to this. We'll get to this in a second. Holy shit, I love this video so much. But these little like 30-second memes, these just kind of evolved. This is garbage. I hate this, but that's honestly why I like it so much.
We need to acknowledge the elephant in the room. Francine.
Oh, get it? Because it's an elephant? Oh, I'm so funny, guys. I'm so funny and I'm so cool. And then I didn't know how to end it, so I just fucking found like a gunfire edit clip, and then this was also when I figured out screen shake. That's actually true. This video is a Hallmark staple because this is how I discovered how to do the screen shaking effect on my editing software. And I've since applied that to many different things, such as the Ghost of Christmas Tankery in my Stug. If you notice, the Ghost of Christmas Tankery, he shakes a little bit. He's like he doesn't stand still. He kind of wobbles. Oh, that's frozen. I had to slow that down because I didn't have enough footage. But if you notice, he kind of wobbles a little bit in place. Even when the camera's still, he kind of wobbles because I figured out how shake works. So that's actually, that video has a bit of a fun little history for that. And you can track my editing style. This was still Chrissy's suspension. This was a big video for me, learning how shit my mic still was, even after I got this new one. This microphone I currently have, in case you're curious, is a blue snowball. It's a snowball ice, but it's shaped like a little ball, probably because it's snowball. It's a snowball ice that I stole from my brother because my brother makes music, and he got a new microphone, and he was like, "Yeah, you can have that one. Why not?" And I also stole his mic arm off him, and you can hear it squeaking every time I. No, I guess not. You can just hear. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit of. Yeah, you can hear something. I don't know how to fix that, but whatever. It's a little squeaky mic arm. But it suits its purposes. And even though I got an upgraded microphone, it still wasn't perfect. And this video, in my opinion, is the epitome of my microphone still not being where I liked it. Specifically,
by both the cavalry and the infantry had 2 different names.
Where is the one that there's one part of this video that I hate so much.
Keep it simple for you all here. Infantry and cavalry both purchased 1931.
Okay, I think it's around here.
And the cavalry. Now the regiments, the infantry. Let's just say the military was less than.
Yeah. Okay.
Its turret.
Oh, do you hear that? Listen to this. Listen to this.
From this until a consensus was reached.
Listen to this.
He delivered the 1931 to the military, missing its turret and a few other parts that they.
Do you hear that? On the turret, on the T.
Was reached.
I still
He
cringe.
delivered the 1931 to the military, missing its turret and a.
I still cringe. I still cringe so hard at that. I literally, when I rewatched this video, I literally skipped that part because I cannot handle it. Even as soon as I posted this video, I was like, fuck. There's no, like, that one moment was like, okay, before I make any more videos ever, I have to figure out how to fix that. And my brother was like, bro, just buy a pop filter. And I was like, oh shit. And I bought one. It was like 17 bucks. But yeah, this was a really cool video for me too, because this was a really big divergence from this was really me doing my own thing for the first time, I think. Because yeah, at least it wasn't a voice crack. Yeah. Oh, there'll be plenty of those, trust me. That will come. The Slightly Confusing Guide. This is a great video. This video is one of my favorites. I still think my voice is garbage in this, but that's just how, evolving as a YouTuber works. You get more comfortable on camera, and you get more comfortable talking in a microphone and reading scripts and stuff. Imagine voice cracking on stream. Yeah, dude, that could never happen, bro. I would never want that. I can't even fake a voice crack. That's how shit I am. This video was great because this was my first tank documentary. It was my first foray into big scale. Like, I mean, literally, I had made 3 videos up to this point. So to go from 2 War Thunder montages and this video is, you can watch this video if you'd like. I don't recommend it. It's basically just me, like, kind of trying to be funny. Here's the thing. I was a Potential History clone. For those of you guys who don't know who Potential History is great. How do you spell Potential History? Potential History. There we go. Potential History. I love this guy. This guy was a huge inspiration to me. I'm not subscribed to him on this account, but I am subscribed to him on my main account. In fact, I'll sub to him on this one because he fucking deserves it. Potential History is great. I love his channel and I love everything he does. He was the one guy. I think this video right here, the Ferdinand, what not to do when building a tank. This video was my like, oh wow, tanks are really cool. I think this was the first time that I really started diving into tanks, and I binge watched, all of his videos. I still follow him. Yeah, so I basically like set out to be a Potential History clone at first. And because of that, that was the formula for this first video. Was just, I was like, okay, what does Potential History do? He puts on black and white tankery footage. He makes a joke every now and then. And the background music is Hearts of Iron 4 music.
Series of tanks,
Actually, no, this is
on the Eastern Front.
This is Erica still. Yeah, I tried to use German music. I thought I was so cool because I was like, yo, I'm gonna put German music in the background. It's gonna be so good, because it's German. Ha ha ha. I even left a comment. Oh, how far I've come. True. I'm gonna heart that. Who is this guy? Who is this handsome devilish individual? Who is this guy? Basically, to summarize this video, it was. The Tiger had been receiving a lot of flack, and I point this out in a different video, I think. Actually, no, I pointed out in this video. Previously, as you all know, if you've been following tankery for a while, you know that the narrative used to be that the Sherman sucked and the Tiger was amazing. And now, very recently, in the past couple years, that kind of has been flipping. It's kind of been changing. And now people are saying, the Tiger, lol, German transmission constantly breaking down, yada yada. That's like the whole point. Yes, Hoi 4 music slaps so hard. Hoi 4 music, okay, if you're trying to start a YouTube channel, the key is to use video game soundtracks, by the way. Those don't get copyright struck. I don't know why, and I worry that it's some kind of legal loophole that will one day get patched. But for now, if you're trying to start a YouTube channel and you are scared of copyright music, video game soundtracks never get struck, or for whatever reason. I think Nintendo sometimes does it, but Otherwise, they're free to go. And Hoi 4 has such a good soundtrack. I used the Hoi 4 soundtrack in my Sherman video. But the whole point of this video was basically saying that the Tiger isn't that bad.
But it wasn't perfect.
It wasn't perfect, you know? I basically just went in and was just like, yeah, the Tiger's not that bad. But this video was pointless, and I don't recommend you watch it. So I went from that, still kind of on the edge of being a potential history clone, I jumped into this video. And when I made this video, like, this was my magnum opus. Like, this was the, I thought it would never get any better than this. This fucking intro right here was so good. And it's also way too long. This opening funny cinematic is way too long, but it's also really funny. Wait, hold on. Where's my edit? There's an edit that I'm really proud of. Yeah, this was, even today, this is so good. Not here, not here. Ooh, look at the tracking. Look at the tracking on that. The sound effects lined up perfectly. The zoom, the testicle shot, just like Sniper Elite 4. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's an amazing edit. Let's just watch it again, guys. Let's just watch it again. Not this one. This is cringe. Oh, that's so good. I'm still proud of that. I'm still so proud of that. And also, I did actually get killed by a Jagdpanzer IV, so it made sense that it was a Jagdpanzer IV. I thought the edit was so funny. Oh yeah, this is cheeky. I like this part too.
This means that the Sherman has almost as much frontal armor as the Tiger does.
Lol, cap. Now War Thunder is just not a reliable source of armor penetration values. But also, yeah, like that tracking. Look at that tracking though. Look at that tracking. Damn, look at that tracking. That tracking's good. Tracking is something I'd like to do more of, but I'm so bad at it. Yeah, this video was huge, but this was also definitely still me kind of being a potential history clone.
Same time.
You know, the background music is Hoi 4 music, and it's just, you know, the same idea of background footage being black and white.
To research.
I hadn't really developed the style that I currently have, but I still really like this video, and I think this video still does hold legitimate value. Like, if you seriously want to be able to accurately identify Sherman variants, I think this video is great. I think this video definitely serves its purpose, and it's all still factual, which is good. The Tiger video, there's some things that I say in that Tiger video that I look back on and I'm like, where the fuck did I get that from? What sources was I looking at when I said that? But this is still great. This is still accurate, and I really like this video. I come back to it every now and then. 1,233 views, not bad. I'm really happy that a lot of my bigger videos, slightly confusing guy, we're getting there with the Stug video, but overall, I'm glad that most of my tank documentary videos have at least 1,000 views. That's really cool. That makes me feel really good. But the Christie suspension, so jumping off, oh yeah, this is the most fun I ever had in War Thunder. We'll come back to this video in a second. Also, my second Foxhole video, I love this video. You guys should watch this if you haven't. This video though, this was my jumping into my own style. This was me being like, okay, like, let me not be a potential history clone and let me do my own thing. And so you notice, I mean, yeah, there's like the black and white footage and everything, but my biggest thing with this video was I sat back and I was like, you know, the Hearts of Iron 4 soundtrack, everyone's going to use that, you know, everyone's going to use that. That's like so basic. So I was like, what can I do to separate myself? And I was like, I know, I'll use like lo-fi.
Out with wacky,
like I'll use like
revolutionary designs.
You know, listen to that background music.
But the man was also way
that's
too full of himself.
Home, I'm finally landing. I think I have music credits, don't I? No, I don't. Wow, that's cringe. Home, I'm finally landing. That's a great song. Josh's outro, if you guys know Josh, the streamer, associated with Call Me Carson and all those guys. But yeah, and this one, the classic, the fucking Animal Crossing rendition of what's this song? Oh, I know this song. Shut up. Don't tell me. I forget. But yeah, the fucking Animal Crossing rendition of it.
Now, for the purposes of this video, this is where Christie's story ends.
But this also, recognize this? Recognize this right here? Look a little bit familiar? Look a little bit familiar? That's right. This is where I got the idea. This was my testing proof of concept of having little figurines that would dance around on screen. And obviously I took this idea and ran with it, and now it's kind of become my style. But this fact, oh yeah, please send help. I'm being held hostage. Just a little tick up there. I love including Easter eggs in all my videos. If you can go back and rewatch a lot of my tank documentaries, you'll find I include Easter eggs to a bunch of stuff. I only really learned about Christy by watching your video. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really wanted to do this. Where do you get black and white video footage from? There's a channel called, a couple of them. Actually, hold on. I put a link to it in the Slightly Confusing Guide to the Sherman. There's a channel called Critical Past, which is great for that. And Panzer Insight. Yeah, Panzer Insight I think is usually the one. Insight. You can also, for me, I would just Google, like, if I was doing a video on the Stug, I would just say, you know, Stug 3 footage. But Panzer Insight is great. They've got a whole bunch of old footage on all different tanks. So you can literally just grab this, skip the intro, and then bam, this is your. Even in some of my videos, some people cut out the watermark. I don't care because I want to give credit to this guy because this channel is cool. But I mean, yeah, you can cut out the music and you just use this as your background footage and you put stuff on top of it. Panzer Insight is great. There's the other one too that I did. Critical Past is good. Critical Past is a bit more of a, I think they're like they're like a legitimate historical like thing. And also, yeah, they slapped the watermark just right smack in the middle too. These bastards. Look at this bullshit. Look at these little dudes. Assholes. Nah, just kidding. They deserve it because this is, actually, I don't know if they, well, I guess they do own the footage, huh? Oh, whatever. But these are two good channels that you can use for background footage. But I just generally, again, if I'm looking for background footage for a specific tank, I literally just Google tank, you know, background tank footage. But yeah, the Christie suspension video was huge for me because this was my big break into, yeah, the little characters moving around as a reference. I include references to all sorts of things in my videos. If you can pick out a lot of the references I make, you're gonna have a fun time because I sneak stuff in constantly. Oh yeah, for instance, hold on, where was the other one? Hold on, here it is. Is this it? No. There it is. Make it happier and with its mouth open. Hold on. Does anybody know what that's a reference to? Does anybody know what this is a reference to? God damn it. Say it. Say the damn line. There we go. Does anybody know what this is a reference to? I hope to God. You can tell what content, YouTube or otherwise, that I'm currently interested in by what references I include in any given video. I'm gonna assume that nobody knows this reference because this is a pretty deep reference. This is a reference to Whitest Kids You Know, which is a sketch comedy group that I fucking love. Those guys are so funny, and they have a sketch. They have a sketch where like the whole tagline of the sketch is "Make it happier and with its mouth open." It's really funny. If you guys look up, I think it's Whitest Kids You Know, Rapist. That's a good one. What's the one? What is the one that this episode would be from? It would be from Smiling Detective or something. Detective. We'll try that. Yeah, happier and with your mouth open. Check out this video. It's hilarious. These guys are so funny. You have probably seen a clip or a meme of some of these guys. Gallon of PCP is iconic. This video is iconic. Like there's no way you haven't seen this somewhere. At the very least, clipped for a meme. Also, respect this guy, Trevor Moore, passed away very recently, which is very unfortunate, but they are a hilarious group. Respect to Trevor Moore, respect to these guys. I think they're so funny. So I include that reference. I threw that in there. I knew no one would get it. Part of my humor is like references that nobody would understand. So I love throwing that shit in there. But rewinding slightly, still in this era, this early era, I'm actually surprised how early these videos are, especially Jimmy Be Good. I thought Jimmy Be Good was way later in my story. Yes, I'm aware. I had somebody message me on Reddit and say, you know that the song is called Johnny Be Good, right? Yeah, I know the fucking song is called Johnny Be Good. I left the fucking credit in the description. I know what the song is called. The joke, the reference, is to the guy. Hold on, where he at though? I lived a country boy named. Yeah, there we go. Because in the skin that I was using, it says Major Jim. So I thought it would be funny to do Jimmy Be Good instead of Johnny Be Good. That's the whole joke. That's it. That's the extent. That's the whole joke. That's how funny I am. I really like this. I think this is actually one of my favorite War Thunder montages, except for the way it's cut at first. This is so awkward, the way it's like I shoot and then it immediately cuts, shoots, and then like I unscope for a second and then I cut. You have to get really particular with your cuts to make it smooth. And with this, like he shoots, I shoot, and then I unscope for a second and then it cuts. and that just like it doesn't flow very well. I unscope and then I cut, and it's not very good. This one too. I take my shot, I get the kill, and then I unscope for a split second, and then it cuts, and that's like ugh. It doesn't look very good. I perfect it here within this one, but this my biggest problem with this video is it's not edited. It's not edited that well. But I love the song. I love this. I love this tank. The M41 is super fun to play in War Thunder. Yeah, I'd love to remaster this video one day if I could, but this was a cool one. This was a fun one to record. The most fun War Thunder montages to record were by far. The T-26 was actually, Soviet Sunflower was actually a nightmare to record, because despite how it seemed, I know I might make it seem like I'm good at War Thunder. I'm not. I'm not good at War Thunder. I'm fucking terrible at War Thunder. And also War Thunder is just a terrible game. So the Soviet Sunflower recording for the T-26, like you guys might watch this video, and there's even a guy who left a comment who was like, I'll never have War Thunder again, but this video almost made me. If any of you watch this video and are like, yo, dude, you're making me want to play the T-26, don't play the T-26. You know why? Because you should just play the BT instead. The BT is literally, it has the gun. It literally has the same turret, same gun. Actually, not the same turret. It has a very similar turret. Similar turret, same gun as the T-26, but it's way faster and way more fun to play. The T-26 is so slow. I did not mean to. Okay, whatever. This was horrible to record. I'm gonna tell you right now that this was a nightmare to record. You may take notice on how many different maps I'm on in this map. That's because I kept fucking dying. Although this desert map, I did kind of go off. I think I got 13 kills on this map. But that's just because I sat here and I just fucking plinked everyone. Like, it's the same thing at this first clip, too. When I'm on this map, the first clip, I literally sat on this hill. I was playing this game with Ivan. You can see there's Dopey right there, my squad mate. That's Ivan. I was playing with Ivan. And you can see I put myself on this hill and I just fucking sniped everyone. Like, I just sat in one spot and sniped everyone because you cannot play the T-26 like any other way. The T-26-4 is fun, probably. I don't have it, but this was not fun to record. What was fun to record? Taking a gamble was really fun for the exact same reason the T-26 worked out, because this is probably the first time I've ever like genuinely had a sniper tank. Like, I genuinely would just sit at the back of the map and plink everyone, and it worked. Like, look at this play. Like, would you ever think on Poland? I think this map is Poland. Oh, yeah, this was cheeky, too. On this map, look where I am on this map. Look, C1. I'm way on the back corner, and I'm using this road right here, because the road rises and creates, like, a berm that you can hide behind. So, like, I would literally I would sit behind the berm, and then just fucking peek up, take my shot, and then just reverse down, and just nobody ever found me. And then here, on Poland, look where I fucking am. A3. I'm way at the top of the map. Oh, you guys can't see because of chat. Oh, that's funny. There it is. Look where I am. I'm way up here at A3, way at the top of the map. And I'm literally just sitting like miles away, just sniping into the A point, because like the whole left side of A point is exposed. And then here, look where I am. I'm way in the middle of nowhere. So this was a lot of fun. Probably the only time in War Thunder I've ever genuinely been like a sniper tank. And this was a lot of fun to record. I remember this video. And this video gave me a shit ton of respect for the M10 as a tank in War Thunder. If you guys haven't played with the M10, it's a lot of fun. The turret traverse is garbage. It's super slow. But other than that, it's really fun. It's a great sniper tank for its tier. Jimmy Be Good was really fun to record. BT Jam was pretty fun. It was okay. Panzer Hero was crazy. Panzer Hero, I just straight went off. Like, I knew I had a video for this one. I always intended to use I Need a Hero, and I always intended it to be with the Panzer III, because I'm of the firm belief that the Panzer III is one of the best early war tanks ever, period. Like, full stop. I'm a Sherman lover at heart. I'll trash the Tiger II any day of the week. I'll trash the T-34 any day of the week. I'll give people credit where it's due. The Panzer III is an amazing tank, just in general. And in War Thunder, it's no exception. And with this map, dude, I literally just went off. C point on this map, like this entire thing, this was just actually me just straight up going off. It also helped that I kept going up against French tanks that were like 1 point. This tank right here, the Hotchkiss something, I think it is. I think it's an R35. I keep forgetting. I'm not good with French tanks. Oh yeah, it's an AMC 34. I was way off. But you can see it's all fucking R35s, AMCs. It's all like shitty tier, like 1.0 French tanks. So like, yeah, of course I just dominate. Look, it's literally the exact same tank. That's a bit of cinematography too. That's a little bit of cinematography there. It's me flexing my I watch Corridor Digital. Look, the shot started. Look, this is where the shot was, right? I killed the guy. So you have this shot right here where you've got him dying and the Stewart over here and the brick wall right here, him on the corner. And then we come back to that shot where it's him dead, Stewart on the left wall in the corner, and then we see his mirror copy come out from behind his dead body. That's cool, right? He drives by, hold the shot, let the plane fly over, boom, let the plane fly over, bam. That's cinematography. That's how it works. I flex my muscles a little bit here too. Yeah, this I just straight went off. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I just straight went off. I think that game I got like, I put it in the video. I got like 13 kills that game. It was really good. BT Jam was a lot of fun. This was unlike my evolution video, which I think is the only War Thunder montage. Wait, let's get some stream music back going. I realized that I've been talking in silence this whole time because I'm not gonna turn on the audio for any of these videos. Yeah, the evolution, great. A little less like, as far as my War Thunder montages go, it's not quite, I think it's one of the lower ones, but it was fun to record. But unlike that, this was out of the BT7M coming out, so now you have 3 BTs to play with. And this was so much fun to record, and I even tried to show it in the video. Like, every single time I would die, I would just go and grab another one, and it was just so much fun. The BT7, the BT series, I actually think the BT5 is more fun than the BT7, me personally. I don't know why, I just seem to do better with the BT5. Oh yeah, this drift shot, dude, holy shit. I was so hyped when I hit this shot. I was so fucking hyped. But you can tell I was hyped about it because I did a whole slow-mo. I did a whole slow-mo thing with it, dude. I was so hyped when I hit that shot. Woo! That's dirty. That one, and also, what was the other one? Oh yeah, this one. This was a crazy shot. Hold on. Boom, look at that. That's crazy. How did I don't even know how I did that. That's insane. Damn, son. Yeah, this was super fun to record, but yeah, the BT7, BT5 are just the best tanks to play at low tier. Them and the Stewart. If you're looking to have fun on War Thunder low tier, play the Stewart or play the BT. Anything else is not worth your time. Also play the Panzer III, because apparently that's really good. Yeah, and then we get into kind of the golden age. We're not going to talk about these 2 videos right here. This video is, I would delete this video from my channel, but I'm not a fan of just erasing my history, so we're gonna keep it. But this was me, so I was trying to be a potential history clone and was like, okay, I don't want to be a potential history clone anymore. Now I want to be a Fly Daily clone. So let me try doing a Fly Daily style video. And this was just me talking mad hard. Italy 3.7, I think, was the basis for this video. I stand by this. Italy 3.7 is still fun. I love the Sherman in this game, just in general. I mean, you can watch this video and you hear my thoughts on Italy 3.7. Yeah, right here. Right here. You'll notice that there was a point, this is 4 months ago, just like the other one, the other comment I made. You'll notice there was a point where I was just rewatching a lot of my old videos and being like, what the fuck was I doing? And you'll find a lot of comments on my videos just being like, what the hell? Italy is, if you're in terms of War Thunder, Italy is horrific early tier. Like, Italy 1 point to 2 point, whatever, like up until you get to 3.3, give or take. Okay, until you unlock the Stewart, how about that? Everything prior to the Stewart with Italy is pure torture. Pure, just complete, like, garbage torture. It's like some of the least fun you can have in War Thunder. But then 3.3, 3.7, 4.0, like, basically from the Chaffee up until the Firefly, that is like that's primo Italy, and that shit is so much fun. I'll stand by that too. I don't play War Thunder that much anymore. Currently my War Thunder is broken, so I can't even play War Thunder. But that is primo. R3 go burr if you know how to use it. I have not personally had success with the R3, but I obviously have been killed by it a lot. This video was me experimenting with doing just general gameplay stuff of just this was me testing myself of, okay, you can work with a script, you can make tank documentaries and whatever, and you can play with friends, whatever. This was me testing myself, this and also the Italy War Thunder video. This was me testing myself saying, okay, can I sit my ass down in front of a video game, hit record, and be entertaining? Can I be funny, just me by myself in front of a microphone with a camera? I don't know. This video is too long. There's a huge problem with my videos early on is that it's too long. I had a really hard time. I've been getting a lot better with it now, But when I first started YouTube, I had a really, really hard time deciding what to cut. Because I would record for like 3 hours or whatever, and then I would watch it all back and I'd be like, well, you know, this part provides context for what I do in the next 5 minutes, so I want to include me saying this. And then like, oh, this part was kind of funny, so I want to include it, like yada yada yada. And you just have these long stretches of something where like, what I'm doing is not really that funny, but for some reason it's still in the video. I have not once gone back on any of my, to this day, I have not once gone back on any of my videos and said, damn, I wish I hadn't cut that part out. But pretty much constantly, to this day, I still go back at videos and say, man, I wish I had cut that part out. I pretty much always regret not cutting something out. I have yet to regret leaving something in. So to me, that tells me that my videos are always too long. And if I'm in my editing software, like on the fence about whether or not I should cut something out, I just tell myself to cut it, because I have never gone back and been like, damn, I wish I kept that in. Because usually, and what I've been doing now, what I've been getting better at, especially with these shorter focus, you know, the lessons in tank culture, is you want fast. You want fast cut. You want, you know, from one joke to the next, you want to keep it moving, and you gotta go. And that's where the tank tier list was the ultimate amalgamation of all those lessons learned. The tank tier list is my best video. It is the best video I've ever made, period. To this day, I stand by that shit hard. Tank tier list is my best, this is my channel in a nutshell. If you were to say, okay, Eta, what is one video on your channel that like, it is the Eta320, it is your style, it is like, this is the video that you're gonna send everyone to choose what type of channel you are, what you do, yada yada. If I had to pick one that represents my channel the best, it is easily the tank tier list. I love this video so much. I think it's my masterpiece easily. Inflicting pain upon myself on Sprocket is also really good. But yeah, these two was like the early testing of, can I sit down in front of a camera and be funny? I think overall they were failures. Panzer here was good, Elephant in the Room was trash. And this was my break. Okay. This was my break, boys. This was where like everything, I'm pretty sure with this video, I have screenshots, hold on. I've been keeping track because I'm a sentimental person. I literally have it saved under a folder. I think it's literally called Talking Points for Stream or YouTube. Yeah, I literally have a folder for this. I took screenshots of my progress on YouTube. Oh, that's a different thing. This. Yeah, this is a screenshot that I took. I took this screenshot back in the day. Look at this. 3 subscribers. 3 subs. Back in the days. This is the look at that. I made my first 3 videos, I had 3 subscribers. I made 3 whole videos and only had 3 subscribers. Found you through Sprocket vid? Yeah, I mean, statistically, of course you found me through the Sprocket vid, because it has by far the most views out of any video I've ever made. 31,000. That still kind of blows my mind. That's still kind of crazy. 31,000 views. That's like a significant amount. That's like, that reached a lot of people. A lot of people saw this video. And I have friends, whenever I mention to them I have a YouTube channel and they check my YouTube channel, they're like, whoa, dude, you have 30K? Like, what the hell? Like, yeah, motherfucker, I got 30K. Yeah, this video was crazy. I did not at all expect this video to pop off. I knew it would, well, okay, I knew it would pop off, but I did not expect it to pop off like this. Because, so I always knew that Sprocket would be my ticket. I had been following Sprocket for a long time up to this point. I think, this video is in August. I think I found Sprocket in March. Hold on, it's probably in my screenshots. Do I have a screenshot of amazing analytics? Yeah. I have a screenshot of me from the in the Sprocket Discord when I joined, and it was back in March, I think. So I've been following Sprocket for almost a year at this point, a little over a year, way before the game came out. I was following its development. I was talking to Hamish and all them about it. And so I knew that when Sprocket came out, I was like, every tank YouTuber and their mom is going to be making videos about this game. So I got to get in on it. And I got in on it so early that the game wasn't even out by the time this video was made. I made this video before the game even came out. This was when the game was, actually, I think this was when the official Steam trailer was put up. Yeah, this was when the release date of the game was announced. And then also when the trailer came out on Steam. And that was, obviously, it's what I used. And I asked Hamish if I could use I still have the DMs from Hamish. I asked him if I could use his trailer footage in my video, and he also provided me with this early access logo. He provided me with that, and he said, yeah, please, like, use these logos if you want. This logo right here, he provided me with that as well. Oh yeah, this GIF of the gears and everything turning. Hamish himself like gave me those files and said, please, like, feel free to use these if you'd like. All this. So I did that, and Hamish, I don't know if Hamish left a comment on my video, but he definitely messaged me in Discord and was like, yo, love the video, dude, which was very heartfelt. I think Hamish has a real dynamite thing with Sprocket. I love Sprocket, and I keep up with it. I still play it. I know the new update has just come out. Guys, a video is coming. That's all I'll say. Nomad Prod, I saw you in chat here for a second. If you know what I'm talking about when I say that there's a Sprocket video coming out. Well, not coming out. I haven't started on it yet, but I plan to start on it. TBH, your humor plus the Sprocket made it go up. Yeah, I hope I was funny. I think this video was pretty alright. I mean, you know, you're your own worst critic. But yeah, 31K views, that was crazy. And after that, I mean, you can see 1K, 4K, 1K, 900. And then I dropped off a little bit, but we're gonna make a comeback, okay? We're gonna make a comeback. Don't worry, guys. We are in the trenches right now, but we'll make a comeback. We'll bring it back up. Solving mystery. It was so lucky that I just happened to be working on the Easy 8 video like right after this one, and like this video was gaining views like mad. I literally went from, yeah, you can see. I took this screenshot. This is another screenshot I took. This is the video was at 1,000 views on, and I had 150 subs, 106 likes. This is the Sprocket video, and then I took a screenshot again. 20K views. Here it was, 20K, 883. Notice how quick. So like, I'm pretty sure this Sprocket video, I'm pretty sure I went from like 94 subs to like 1,000 in like 2 weeks. Not even kidding. Yeah, I mean, you can see it's just screenshot after screenshot. I had 320, haha, lol. Get it? Because 320, ha ha ha. All right, look at this, look, 4K views. So in 3 weeks, I went from like, I think when this video came out, I'm pretty sure I had like 90 something subs. And then I went from, you know, 4K views up to 320 in 3 weeks. And then from 320, it bumped up into, you know, I took screenshots every single time, 700, 800, amazing analytics. What is this one? I forget about this. 6,000 views in the last 3 days. When was this? August. Yeah, look at that. Look at this skip. Look at this bump right here. Boom. Tank game will change everything. I mean, look at all the views. Look, Solving the Mystery Easy 8 was 100. Best Worst Tank Game was 106. And then all of a sudden, 3,500. Boom. 373 subs, like super quick. Like I blew the fuck up. And I think I made a, what is this? No. I think I made a comment on one video that was like, yeah, I thought my biggest break was when I got a shout out from this one for Panzer Hero. There's a little War Thunder YouTube named Zoltan Sultan, this guy. So Zoltan Sultan shouted me out. This was my first big thing. I wonder if I can find it. Here it is, yeah. So 5 months ago. So cool videos are coming, but it won't be till early August. You have to be an actual adult human. In the meantime, this Eta guy was in my recommended, and he's making some brilliant stuff. Go say nice things. And that's how this video, I think this was my first video to reach 1,000 views. I kind of exploded from this as well. I was at like, like 40 something subs, I think. I was at, you know, give or take 40 something subs, and I went from, I left a comment. Thank you for giving my content a shot. It means a lot. I like this guy. Very cool video of your friend. I like how he just assumes that I'm his, like, we're buddies. Zoltan, I love you, man. Thanks for the shout out. Like, you were my first big break. I think I went from like 40 something subs to 90 something subs in like 2 days. So he shouted me out. I thought that's when I peaked. I was like, holy shit, dude. I went from like 46 subs to 93 in 2 days. That's it. I peaked. I'll never get any better than that. And then this happened, and we're at 31K views, and then I went to, and it's literally, I think this is the funniest shit ever. I have a 30 subscriber special here. This is me. What was this? May 16th. So May 16th, I was at 30 subs. And we can see I had just released the Chrissy suspension video. So think about that. This is something that I got a lot of comments on, and I appreciate it a lot. Was people early on talking about how well edited and produced my content was despite my subscriber size. Nowadays, you know, I have, you know, over 1,000 subs, so, you know, whatever. It's high quality content doesn't mean shit anymore because you have over 1,000 subs. But back in these days when I had, you know, less than 100 and I was putting out videos like the Christie suspension video, and even, I mean, I put out Slightly Confusing Guide to the Sherman tank when I had like, again, I think when I had like 10 subs, give or take. So people were like, holy shit, like what is this kid doing? I picked up my editing software very quick. I learned and I challenged myself, and I elevated my content very quickly. But I think it's so fucking funny that I have a 30 subscriber special and then a 1,000 subscriber special. No in between. No 100, no 500, no 800, no nothing. Just and I mentioned it in this video. Is I say like I literally went from like 100, 200, 500, 800, 1,000, all so quickly. I literally didn't have time to make like an 800 sub special or something. Like it had to be 1,000 because I was growing so quick. So I think it is hilarious that it is now cemented in history for the rest of time. I have a 30 sub special, and then what, 3 months later, I have a 1,000 sub special. Those are the only 2 sub milestones I've ever celebrated. There'll probably be a 2K sub milestone too, but that'll come later. But yeah, this was when I was on the roll here. I had the Sprocket and then Solving the Mystery of the Easy 8. This video was really good. This is also definitely one of my favorite tank documentaries I've made. I love the aesthetic. I love my little transitions here. I love the music that I used for it. I love all that. This was great. Nomad Prod. This was actually how I met Nomad Prod. I literally met Nomad Prod through this video. Like the story that I tell here of me, like, you know, finding Nomad Prod in my comments. Like literally, this is real. Like I was stumped in my investigation, and I found Nomad Prod in my comments, and I was like, okay. And I checked out his channel, and I found. Did you guys know that Nomad Prod? You guys have probably seen this video. Great thumbnails, by the way, Nomad. Nomad has the best thumbnails of any YouTuber you'll ever find. Where is it? I want to find Nomad. I want to find the video that got you famous. I know you're in chat, probably, maybe. Hello, Overcooked Corn. What's up, bro? Hey, Nomad. There he is. It's probably is it in popular uploads? Oh, hold on. Sherman variants, Mr. Yeah, it looks. See, you can literally. It's right here. Nomad Prod made this video. You guys know this video, right? Oh wait, this is gonna get copyright struck. Well, whatever. You guys know this video. This is great. Everyone knows this video. Everyone's seen this video. Nomad Prod made this video, so I checked out his channel and I was like, holy shit, this is the guy that made the meme. This is cool. And so I messaged him on Discord and asked him for help making my Easy 8 video, and Nomad was very friendly and welcoming and was like, fuck yeah, I love the Sherman, let's do it. And so Nomad and I did that. And since then, don't tell Nomad, but I am actually planning to propose. I'm gonna propose to him, guys. It's gonna be really cute and epic. I'm very excited. Don't tell Nomad though. But yeah, so this was great. This was a really fun video to make, and I felt like a detective. This video had like a detective noir theme because I felt like a detective doing it, because it really was like, this was one of the few videos where I felt like I was like, I'm onto something. I'm literally about to make like a scientific breakthrough. Like no one else is talking about this. No one else, no other historian, no one else can explain why the Easy 8, yada yada. Like I'm breaking new ground. Like this video is gonna be so huge because I've literally like, I am adding something to the tank history community by finally figuring out what the answer to this mystery is. This video was pointless. This entire video is completely if you watch this video and genuinely like look back and be like, okay, what happened in this video? I started out debunking all of the myths of the Easy 8 nickname, debunking all the myths, and that's not new. Not breaking any new ground. That's been done before a million times. Everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot of people know where the Easy 8 nickname roughly came from. I think probably the biggest thing I did here was let you know that it wasn't actually nicknamed from the smooth ride. It was a nickname just from the actual like E8 genuinely being Easy 8, like in military terminology. So that was good. In search of a better answer, this whole piece is, I mean, no progress is made. This whole piece, I just go on a fucking tangent with the M6A1. Like, this is completely off topic. Like, why did I just go off on this rant just trying to find the M6A1 and trying to figure out HVSS? I mean, I know that the real answer is that I was trying to find the how far back HVSS went. And up to this point, the M6A1 was the earliest evidence of HVSS that I had found. So I was going on this tangent. Oh yeah, me. Oh yeah, dude, this part. Yep. I remember this. I thought I was so cool for doing this. I thought it was so funny too, like doing a fake out that I was actually gonna drive to to Maryland. This was recorded in a parking lot. I was coming home from work. Like I was literally, this is just me on my fucking phone. Like I was like, I'm gonna do a funny bit where I pretend to drive to Maryland. And I was like, well, I can't do it in front of my apartment. So I'm just gonna take the parking lot that I park at for work. Like my fucking office is like up the street to the left. And I literally just, oh yeah, and I had to bring, yes, that's right. That's right. I brought this with me because I was like, I got to do the bit. So like I woke up, you know, got dressed for work and got ready. And then I grabbed my little Sherman off of my stand, off of my little Lego tank collection. And I fucking sat it with me in the passenger seat as I drove to work. It sat in my car all day. And then I came home from work and just whipped it out from, I think I had it down here, either that or right in the passenger seat. And then I just fucking pick it up, put it on the dash. I think that's a good joke. I think that's funny because it was unexpected. Also, Easter egg. Wait. Oh, wait. Soup. That's a bowl of soup right there. That's a bowl of soup I got at lunch, and I just had it. I just fucking put it. I was like, well, shit, I can't put the soup in frame, so I just put it down on the floor of my car. Soup. And now that soup is forever immortalized into this video. Also, fun fact about this Sherman, I literally bought this tank specifically for this video. This Lego set is like what, like $60? How much was this? I think it was like $60. Kobe Jones, yeah. No, Kobe M4A3 E8. How much is this shit? This shit is like, it's not cheap. 53, yeah, it's like $60. I literally bought this tank specifically for this video, because I had a Firefly set, and I wanted to. Well, actually, okay, it was from this. I wanted to do this shot right here, the shot of the me. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the closest I've ever gotten to a face reveal. Hey, it's Schlatt's cat. True. Closest I've ever gotten to a face reveal. Also, my fat ass. This was, I wanted to do this bit right here, with the putting the Sherman down and then, you know, dragging it, adjusting it. I thought that was kind of cool. And then the little, put the name, actually the name tag was cool because this wasn't what I originally had planned, but that was there. And this took forever to make, by the way, this fucking graphic, the Mystery of the Easy 8. I just took the LA Noire title and I just chopped it up in a like a Photoshop-esque software, and then just had to stitch them all together for all the letters that weren't already in LA Noire. But I wanted to do this bit, and I have a Firefly. I have a Firefly kit, and I originally was like, I'm just gonna use the Firefly, like whatever. Like, you know, I mean, somebody will call me out in the comments, but like, it's, you know, not the end of the world. I'm just gonna use my Firefly. But then I sat back and I was like, well, wait a minute. My Firefly kit has start the music back up. My Firefly kit has VVSS suspension, and the whole point of the video is HVSS. So I was like, I can't use the Firefly. It's VVSS. Like, it literally would go against the whole point of the video to use it. And so I bought and assembled this whole kit specifically for the use in this video. And the little nameplate was just an extra, like, oh hell yeah, that was cool. That was cool that they included that. But also, it's technically wrong. That's technically not true. This isn't technically an E8 because it's the main production variant. It's not the testing variant. Whatever. Watch this video if you want to figure it out. But yeah, so this video was pointless. We didn't come to any conclusion. Nobad and I debated the legitimacy of many of the claims that HVSS was what it was. And then finally at the end, I just fucking referenced, like, literally, I just referenced a fucking Chieftain video. And then the Chieftain just explains the whole thing. This, like, you do not have to watch this video. Just go watch Chieftain Q&A number 5. Go here and watch this. That is how you find out the mystery of the Easy 8. This video was pointless. All you have to do is just go here. This is like, that's it. So, but, you know, it's fun. And it got good views. And it was a lot of fun to make. I really enjoyed it. History is written by I do really like my point that I had here at the end of the whole... because this is true, you know, tank history, there is so much false narrative. There is so much that isn't put into final edits. There's so much that people leave out. Like, for all these videos, for all my videos I've ever made, like, there are facts that I leave out because, like, you just can't afford to include it and leave the video in good You know, this is a fucking 33-minute long video. Like, sometimes you just gotta leave some stuff out, you know, as long as it's nothing detrimental to your point, the point that you're trying to make. You know, sometimes you have to afford to drop facts. And then the people in the comments come in and they're like, actually, did you know about this? And it's like, yeah, I knew about it. I just couldn't put it in the video because it would be too long. And also, like, that's kind of off the tangent of what we're talking about. But it's really cool. This was a good, I think overall this was a good video. However, it's kind of pointless other than the lesson here at the end. And also the end credits are fucking poggers. I like this song a lot. Special thanks, Nomad. Love you, Nomad. I linked to your channel, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Good. Whew, good. Whew. Good. Whew, that would have been embarrassing live on stream. Include all my sources as I always do. So this was great. This was and this was actually also, wait a minute, a huge milestone video. This was the first time that I used my little caricature. This was my first ever Eta320 little guy, little man. This is the first time I did it because the previous video to this was the Christie suspension, right? Yeah, so this was the very next tank documentary after Christie. So this was me trying out the little Eta character, and I liked it so much that I included it in the Sprocket video, the inflicting pain upon myself in Sprocket. I love this video. I think this video is also really good. I think this and Tank Tier List are probably two of my best videos. Only issue with this video is too long. I hate the actually. Whatever that's a reference to, I'm missing it. I'm sorry. This fucking intro. This fucking intro. Hold on. Get the fucking music out of here. This intro by itself took me like 4 hours. This intro took me so long to edit just to get the fucking, look how janky it is too. It's not even good. Just to get the tracking right. This intro took me so long to make. Look at how janky this is. Look, it's like wiggling and shit. It's terrible. This is a good track though. That's a good track. This is funny. I like this. Even that track is kind of shoddy. This took forever. This took fucking forever to put Hamish's profile picture on the fucking spinning cockroach. That took forever. The comments say, actually, oh yeah, those guys. Okay, yeah, those guys are annoying, but I mean, you know, hey, they're unavoidable. Look at how much this is stretching. Look at how terrible that looks. That's awful. It looks so bad. But this took forever because I could stick the track on there all I wanted, but at the end of the day, like the way the tracking works, especially for this, towards the beginning here, the tracker kept grabbing onto these spotlights that are like, you know, moving into the scene. So that's why this is so janky, because every time one of those spotlights would like pop up and move, the tracker would nab onto it, and I'd have to manually, like, there was so much, like, I understand VFX, man. I understand VFX struggle. There was so much frame by frame manipulation to get this tracker to get like this right here, dude. This is 5 seconds. This is 5 seconds, and it took me like 2 hours of frame by frame tracking to get it on there. All for, I mean, what, the intro, this whole scene in of itself is less than a minute. If that doesn't fucking show you what kind of work I put in for these videos, guys, I don't know what does. I don't even make money off of this. This channel is not monetized. This is all just pure passion and me wanting my content to be elevated to that degree. Like, I say that, but it's so satisfying when I do finally get, like, I was laughing my ass off at this when I finished it. Even though it took me, you know, I was up till, and when I say 4 hours, I don't mean from like, you know, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. or whatever, like on an average day. Like, no, I was up till like 4 a.m. working on this, like literally. And I think it was a Friday too. So I had just come home from work. So I was tired as fuck. And I just whipped this out. But like, that was just me. Like when this was finished, I was rewatching it over and over. I thought this was so funny when it was finished. I even posted it to the Sprocket Discord, I think too. And like 2 people watched it and they're like, haha, that's kind of funny. I was like, damn, I just spent like 4 hours on this, and 2 people said it was kind of funny, but such is the struggle. This intro is great. I love this video. Was oh yeah, I can't use the music here because this is all gonna be, here we go. Yeah, this video was great. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I like this format. I think this format I might do a little bit more than some of the formats I've done before of like me sitting in front of a camera by myself and talking. I think this type of format where you have kind of a mixture of live commentary and then also post commentary of my little character like explaining what's going on, and then we jump into live commentary. Martin Cito pants, not Martisno pants. I have since corrected my ways. That's more of a Martin Cito Pants way of editing, who I take a lot of inspiration from. Martin Cito Pants, and if you can't tell, yeah, I take a lot of inspiration from Martin Cito Pants. I mean, literally the whole... So I think somebody else has pointed out in my comment section before, too, that, like, I've seen this guy in a suit before, but on top of a frog. I'll have you know, I have not stolen the exact suit from Nomad Prod, or not Nomad Prod. I have not stolen the exact suit from Martin Cito Pants. However, I have definitely stolen the concept of strapping your profile picture onto a suit or whatever, and having it, you know, run around. Now I can recreate that. Like now that I understand editing, like I can recreate a lot of the edits that he's doing. Like I see, you know, that's just shake and motion blur and stuff. I can do that, but obviously I don't want to be a direct copy of Martin Cito Pants because that would be lame and boring. But I take a lot of inspiration from him. If you are ever looking for just a good laugh, Martin Cito Pants is freaking hilarious. I love him. Factorio, this video is so funny. I love this video so much. He's also got a lot more like a meme, deep fried meme aesthetic to it. He's really funny though. I like him a lot. Oh yeah, yeah. Wait a minute, hold on. He has a World of Tanks sponsor that I fucking love. Is it from his which video was it? I think it was in his the Kerbal Space Program series is so funny. Yeah, I'm gonna plug Martin Cito Pants for this entire thing. Yeah, fuck me. Unsubscribe from me. Go sub to Martin Cito Pants. No, don't unsub, please. Martin Cito Pants is great. I take a lot of inspiration from him. I mean, you can see I've resubscribed to a lot of channels that I take inspiration from on my. This is obviously my YouTube, but I have my personal YouTube accounts where I have, you know, way more channels that I'm sub to. But I've gone out of my way to resubscribe to a lot of the channels that I take inspiration from on my Eta320. So if you guys don't know any of these guys, I really like these guys, and I really model myself after them in a lot of ways. Especially, I think my biggest influences are probably General Sam, Potential History, Corridor, in a way of like learning about how to like video editing and all this stuff. And J Schlatt, Martin Cito Pants, and Spookston. Spookston was the reason I started doing the War Thunder montages. This was all Spookston. Spookston used to do, and somebody pointed out in the comment section, I'm very happy that somebody recognized this, that I think somebody said, like, yeah, this reminds me of Spookston videos before he started doing tank history. I love Spookston. So I think Spookston has an insanely unique ability to take like the entire production history of a tank, what made it so good, how it was used, yada yada yada. He can take all of that and condense it into, like, look how short these are, 4 minutes, 2 minutes. Well, that's if it was accurate, but how bad was the blank videos are really good. This is good content. This is good crack right here. I have so much respect for him being able to just shorten all of his stuff into just like 4-minute segments where you know everything you need to know about it. You know, was it good? Why was it built? What was its performance? And did people like it? And was it good? However, the bulk of his content is complaining about War Thunder. And I don't mean that as a doc. Spookston knows very well that he not complaining in a bad way. Constructive criticism. He has a lot of things to say about War Thunder, which is good. I mean, that's conducive of somebody who enjoys the game. They want to see it be better, and he's made a lot of videos about it. But, you know, every single thing that, you know, anti-air problem, overpressure's broken, is the update good, why Gaijin hates France, like, it's just the same thing over and over again. Did Gaijin scam players? This was crazy. I was on the subreddit when this happened. This was a fucking scandal and a half here. But yeah, and before, way back in his olden days, he used to do the War Thunder montages. He has them organized by country. But he would do War Thunder montages, and it's the same idea. It's of what I would do. What's the one that I really liked by him? I really liked Bitter. Yeah, this one. I liked this one a lot. I actually discovered this song through him. He did the historical footage with it as well. But this song might get copyright strike. Oh, it probably will. Well, fuck. This is a good song. Suicide is Painless. Check it out. It's a good Vietnam song. But he does that, and he does, you know, War Thunder. He does War Thunder montages. And he doesn't do this stuff anymore. And so I liked this, and I was like, I kind of want to carry that torch. I want to keep it going. It's in no way copying, because I also do it a bit differently than he does. First of all, I use different types of music. And I also, his is like fully cinematic. Like all the kills are in, you know, the cinematic camera. Whereas mine, I have like some cinematic aspects to it, but then I do also like the kills are, you know, through the scope of whatever tank I'm in. And they're also just much quicker paced. You know, mine are a bit different. but the DNA is there, and it's my way of paying tribute to Spookston as just an overall YouTube channel, because I love him so much, and I think this is in no way meant to copy. It is meant to show respect to pay homage to. So that's what I do. That's why I do that. So I love Spookston. I take inspiration from a lot of these different guys. Where was that going? Oh yeah, using the caricature. Yeah, we're kind of going down the line now. So we talked about these, talked about Curse Sprocket video. This thumbnail, also great thumbnail. I do like this thumbnail. This was fun. This video was a lot of fun to record, despite the pain. I kind of like that whole overcoming a challenge type thing. So this was a lot of fun to record, and I'm glad that it got a lot of traction. The people on the Sprocket Discord loved it, and it seems like people, a lot of great comments, a lot of nice things people say about this video, and it's cool. I hold this video in high regard to this day. I like this one a lot. Moving forward, though, we will have the 1,000 sub special. Yeah, so this was immediately once I hit 1,000 sub. This video sucks. I hate this video. This video is terrible. This video is the epitome of how I suck without a script. I cannot go scriptless for my life. I mean, well, here I am live going scriptless, but at this, I did not get my point across in this video at all. Like, I tried to explain, and it's just me not really knowing how to explain what type of content I want to make and who I really am. And I literally, this video is bootleg. I recognize it's thrown together. Like, as soon as I posted this video, I was like, oh god, this is garbage. But I couldn't just not put out a video that day, so I just wanted to. Yeah, this video kind of does a terrible. I mean, it gets the point across, I guess, but I don't know. I don't describe my channel very well at all in this video. My voice is very monotone. I sound like I want to fucking kill myself. Unique, and also I thought I could do better than just copying potential history. I knew that I was capable of. My voice in this is terrible. I do not like this video very much. I think this stream currently right now, I think is going to do a way better job of explaining what type of content I want to make, what type of content I'm going to do going forward. Way better than that 1,000 sub special ever could. That's bullshit. Channeling the spirit of Walter J. Christie and Sprocket. I like this video. Walter J. Christie is just Walter J. Christie overall is just kind of a meme on this channel now, which I like. I kind of like that. I think that's cool. I like that, Christie suspension go burr, fast tanks, yada yada. I like that is a persisting meme that has lasted on my channel, which is, I think that's fun, and I like that, and I like to lean into that a lot. So the channeling the spirit of Walter J. Christie and Sprocket was a big piece of that lore of leaning into Walter J. Christie and his influence on me, I guess. Because Walter J. Christie was one of the first people who I learned so much about. Like, I dove all in on him. Overall, this video was meh. Oh yeah, the fucking compression issues of this video. Yes, I hate this video. Never mind, I hate it. This video is complete garbage. It's horrible. Don't watch this video. There is so much. So my editing software updated. The editing software that I use had an update that came out, and with that update, it kind of broke. I think the issue was with MP4s, like as a file format. The editing software just kind of was having problems with it all of a sudden. I looked it up and I found on the forums for the software, tons of people were having the same issue. But ew, look at this. That's horrible. And I'm on I'm on 1080p, everything. This is pure. This is in the video. This isn't you. This isn't your screen. This isn't your phone. Like, this is how the video was exported. It looks fine. But then if I move around too much, it starts getting all grainy, and then ugh, it's terrible. It's horrific. And this is something that would plague me for a while. I didn't understand why. I was so confused at first, until I finally figured out what it was. But this whole video is plagued by it, completely. This shows up all over the place, and I hate it so much. Right here is another bad one, where I'm looking around and it gets all grainy and it's not good. I did not like this. Oh yeah, this also started the meme of copying Fly Daily, didn't it? It did, yeah. This was where the meme started, because I did Fly Daily's intro. This intro was great. I loved this intro. The fucking this is another great example of my sense of humor.
Got me now. Or does he?
This is a.
Why does kids
There he is.
J Schlatt?
Too distracting.
I love J Schlatt. This dude, Dick Figures is so funny. This is the year. I mean, look at this. 10 years ago, 2010, Dick Figures the series. I think there's like 100 episodes, give or take, and then there's also Dick Figures the movie, which is great. This is like 2010 condensed and put into a can, and then you just fucking drink it. Like all of this humor, everything about, like, it is just so old school YouTube. It's so great. It's such a time capsule. I love Dick Figures. I remember watching it as a kid. This series was so funny. I wanted to be like, I used to compare myself that I was blue, and then my friend Noah Nichols was red, because he was way cooler than me and I was kind of a nerd. Dick Figures is hilarious. Go watch it. It's funny.
Some good memories.
Good memories. Yep.
Just
my own plug for my own video. Research on the Lee.
Yeah, I don't need
This.
just
Hold on.
clear some of this out. It's just,
I ended up buying this. I ended up buying it. I have it. I have it right behind me. It's on my shelf. I actually ended up getting this. And this was on accident. Like, I think I was making this video and then I was just like, yeah, I'm going to have some tabs. It's going to be funny. Like, I think this was one tab. This was one tab that, like, I legit forgot I had open, and then was like, oh, that's right. That's why I closed out of it so quick, because I just forgot it was there. And then fucking Hannibal eats a Hot Pocket. As soon as I discovered this video, I fucking sent it to all my friends. I thought this was so funny. It's just Hannibal eating Hot Pocket.
not that either. All right.
We've all been there. We've all been there with the Hot Pockets. Jetpack Joyride. I don't know why. I do not know why I did this. I don't know where this joke came from. I literally can't explain it to you. I wasn't playing Jetpack Joyride or anything. Like, completely out of nowhere, I was like, what would be a funny song for me to start playing as like my, like, what would be a funny song to imply that I listen to, like, to get my work started? Because I say, like, oh, time to get the music for the day started, you know? Like, this is like, I'm trying to insinuate that this is just what I listen to. I was like, what would be a really funny song? And I don't know why, but the Jetpack Joyride theme came to my mind. And then the reference to Red vs. Blue with the Warthog theme. If any of you know Red vs. Blue, great reference to that. And then this was, I actually added the Fly Daily logo at the end, because after I made this intro, I was just like, huh, this is very Fly Daily. Like, if Fly Daily made a video on, turn this down. If Fly Daily made a video on Sprocket, like, I could totally see it being like this. Like, I could totally see this being what he would do. And so at the very end, I just, as a joke, I was just like, let me just fucking throw the Fly Daily, let me just straight pirate the Fly Daily logo and just throw it up, throw it on there. And then I acknowledge, I do the whoa, don't copy the logo. So I thought that was funny. I think this video has good intentions, but I think it was executed poorly, in my humble opinion. And now I think we're getting into content that, like, none of you have probably watched. You guys have probably seen, like, this and, like, some of my tank documentaries, but I think now we're getting into videos that you guys probably have not seen. Or also, actually, probably down here also, you guys haven't seen these, but Simulate Your Senses, this video sucks. It's such an old meme. Even when I posted it, I knew, like, it's a dead meme. I just thought it was, I thought of it, like, I was sitting alone at, like, 8 p.m. and I was like, haha, that would be funny. And so I made it and just posted it. I don't know how much longer I'm going to do these shit posts, like, these quick, like, 10-second shit posts. They're kind of, I don't know, they're just not worth it. Like, they're kind of funny, but this one's pretty funny, actually. I actually kind of like this one a lot. It doesn't mean anything. There's no, like, I promise you there's no point to it. So somebody's literally, this joke is way too complex. I'm so confused. And then it's just like, subscriber stank. Why the random letters? There's nothing to get. It's just it's a reference to the OG. If you guys have seen this meme, you've seen this meme. That's all you need to know. But let's talk about what you're all here for. Oh yeah, the teabag. Oh yeah, teabag. Yeah, so the teabag challenge. This was a great video. This was a very fun video to record. Teabag has kept up with me, him and I talk a lot over, I know he messaged me over Reddit and emailed me and stuff, saying how thankful he was that I made a video about his challenge. I think the teabag challenge is great, and I'm very much looking forward to the next round. He's trying to do pre-bag, where they go into World War One. I think it's gonna be so funny, or so much fun. Excuse me. I think this video is decent. It's too long. I mean, much like most of my other videos, I think it's too long. I think it's just so much unnecessary. I think there's a lot of unnecessary stuff with this video, but overall, I think it was good. And then yeah, this video took way longer than I think this video took me a month to make, which it totally should not have. It was just a point of just I didn't know how to construct it. For me personally, these types of videos where I just sit down and play a game and then record it are so much harder to make than videos where I have to write a script, like this video was harder to make in my opinion than like the Stug video or the Easy 8 video or whatever. And that might sound surprising because these have so much more production, planning, editing. They take longer to edit to a degree. They're more complicated. So you would think these would take way longer. And they took roughly the same amount of time. I think pretty much every tank documentary video I've made has taken me a month to make, from conception, research, all that to posting. It's been, I think give or take a month is usually how long these take me to make. This also took me a month to make. Because with these types of videos, and same thing with like Halo Infinite Tankery Experience, which this video is meh. Even the inflicting pain upon myself and Sprocket, this was made easier because I did the post commentary thing and I had a bit of a script to work off of and I had it segmented up into bits. But like worst tank game I've ever played, most fun I've ever had in War Thunder, and then Teabag Challenge, like these videos, and then also Channeling Spirit and Walter J. Christie. All these videos of just me sitting down playing a game are so much harder to make because there's no plan. I just sit down, I record for like 3 hours, and then I sit back and I'm like, well, fuck, now I have 3 hours of footage that I don't know what to do with. And so then you have to go back through and you have to re-watch 3 whole hours of footage over and over and over again to, cut out what isn't good and leave in what is good, and then edit it and get it together and fit it all properly and get it so it's smooth. It's smooth transition, and then like I say, I have a lot of trouble with, I don't cut out enough, and often I still have like super long videos. And it's also because I record for like 3 hours. I understand now why YouTubers record for like an hour, because I've seen there's been like a Jacksepticeye video or a Markiplier video where like at the end you hear like an alarm go off and they go, oh, my hour of recording time is up. All right, guys, then I guess we're gonna end this episode here. Bye bye. And I always got confused by that. I was like, why? Like, don't you want to record as long as possible so you have as much content to put on the video? But I've realized, no, you don't want to record for like 3 hours, because then when you go to edit, you have to sift through 3 hours of footage. It's so much easier when you have less footage to work with that you can just cut down and you find the funniest parts and then you just use that. So these videos were so hard for me to make because there wasn't a plan. It was just me playing a game, rambling on for whatever, and then I had to go back through and cut it all down and find what parts of it were funny. And to me, that's really, really difficult to do. Versus the other videos, like tank tier list. I made the tank tier list video in 3 days. I made this video in 3 days. This video was super quick. I made this video very fast because I had a plan, because I knew I had every single joke. This entire video was scripted. I had every joke scripted. I knew exactly what I was going to do. I knew how it was going to play out. I knew, like how it was going to, I knew every single edit that I wanted to make. I knew that I wanted to do the whole, who the fuck is making a tier list about France? Like I had this entire video basically built in my head before I even hit record when I was doing the voiceovers for this. Like this video was super quick to make because I had basically already made it in my head. So with these videos that I have a script, I have a plan, I have something, I have an idea for it, they're so much easier to make. Even though, like this video, the tank tier list is an extremely complex video, editing-wise, way more complex than I did the Teabag Challenge, but I cracked this video out in 3 days. And also, it's a shorter video. I mean, look, it's only 18 minutes long. Also because I was only recording for like an hour. Because I knew exactly what was, I pulled up my script and I just went from point to point, and I just went for it. And so there's no extra, unfunny shit that I have to cut out. There's no downtime to cut out. There's no, oh, was this funny? Was this not funny? That I have to make like judgment calls and stuff. There's no, is this too long? Yada, yada. Like with these videos that I have planned for, I have scripts and I can see them in my head. It's so much easier because the only shit that makes the cut is the stuff that I record. Like the only stuff that's in this video is the stuff that I recorded. Like I didn't cut anything out of this video. There wasn't a single joke or line that I cut out because everything was what I wanted. Do I play strategies, Companies of Heroes? Yes, strategies are my favorite game type, my favorite genre. And I guess actually, I noticed somebody early asked if I heard of Call to Arms. Yes, I have a lot to say about the War Thunder, or sorry, not War Thunder. I have a lot to say about the Men of War Assault Squad series / Call to Arms. The newest installment is Call to Arms Gates of Hell Ostfront, which I play a lot, and I like that game a lot. Strategy games I play mostly, I love XCOM 2. I like turn-based strategies, are fun. Civ 5 is good. I don't play Company of Heroes. I don't play Warcraft. I don't play StarCraft. But I can pull up my Steam. I definitely play a lot of. I think a strategy game is probably my favorite. Bomber Crew. I love if you guys ever heard of Bomber Crew. You can pull this up. Bomber Crew is so great. I like this game a lot. Gates of Hell. This is a great game. This is a fun game. There are a lot of things that I have to say about this game, specifically how this game was marketed, and the fact that they're marketing it as a DLC to Call to Arms rather than like I think this should be Men of War Cell Squad 3, but that's just my personal opinion. I love modding the fuck out of Fallout 4. I love modding Fallout 4. Foxhole, play Foxhole all the time. That's not really a strategy game, but it is kind of, you know, like that top-down game. Kingdoms and Castles is a fun little game. I like this game. Men of War Cell Squad 2 is, in my opinion, the greatest strategy game that's ever been made. I fucking love Men of War Cell Squad 2. This game, I have so many memories with this game. Like, this made up my... I mean, I have 500 hours in it. Like, I love this game. Postscriptum I play quite a bit. Sprocket, here we are, Sprocket. What other... this game is meh. I don't really play this game that much, but XCOM 2, I love XCOM 2. I mod the fuck out of XCOM 2. Actually, wait, I have strategy. I literally have strategy, yeah. Games that I play, strategy games. Shell Shock Live, yeah, of course, me being a tank channel. I do have an idea for a video where I just go on Steam. Like, I literally just go here and I just type in tank. I have a video idea where I just play all of these. Like, I just I don't care how bad it, like, what the hell is this? I don't know. Well, no, not Mech Warrior, but any game that has the word tank in it, like, I just want to Google it and just find it. Like, I just want to find all the weirdest, stupidest, like, freed up, like, what is this? What is this game? I don't know, I want to play this. I think this would be weird and funny. This would be a great stream idea. If I ever do streaming, like, full time, or, you know, if I ever do more streams, this would be a great game, I think, to play on, or this would be a great idea for a stream, where we just pick up a random, stupid tank game and then play it for, like, you know, 20 minutes, and then we're just like, all right, that was cool, next, and just go down the line. Supreme Commander, I think I've heard of it, but I haven't played it. But yeah, and I would like to make a Men of War video at some point, actually. I think a Men of War Assault Squad video would be fun to make. Oh yeah, did I ever talk about this video? Speaking of, like, Foxhole and strategy, I love this video. Holding out to the bitter end in Foxhole, this is easily the most cinematic video I've ever made. This video was me fully tapping into my inner, like, director storyteller. I love storytelling. I love directing. I love movie making. I love all that stuff. That's why I love, like, Corridor Digital and those types of channels. This video was by far the most cinematic and, like, storytelling I ever got. Because this was a story. This was a story of us as tankers, and the pacing is so good. Like, it starts out, you know, there's the tales of our bases falling. We're moving in to go, you know, deal with it. And then we get to a little town, and we have a small engagement. We kill an enemy tank, and then we do a little flanking maneuver, and we destroy this entire, like, armored enemy armored force up here. And it's triumphant music. It's big. It's good. It's like, hell yeah. And there's the opening battle. I took these credits from Battlefield 1 as well, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. The story it tells is a story of, you know, the Wardens aren't going to fall for the same trick twice, so the Wardens have put all their effort into tanks. Colonial units the Warden Steel decimates colonial lines. You know, it's telling a story here that the Wardens or the Colonials are on the back foot. You know, they're losing. 225 days on the brink of capitulation, but they've just finished their own researching light tank. The H5 is Hatchet. It's exactly what they need to combat the Warden hordes. What you're about to see is the first Hatchets to reach the front lines. They have a daunting task ahead of them. It's a somber story. It introduces you. It tells you what's going on. You know, the war, it's been fought for a long... It hasn't been fought for very long. And the Colonials are losing. The Wardens have tanks. Like, this is the final... This is it. Also, can I just say... This is badass as fuck, my intro here. Also, you can tell this Battlefield 1 because of the music. Also, you'll notice up here, I stole the Battlefield 1 loading. I literally opened up Battlefield 1 and stole the loading icon so I could put it here. Yes! It gets you fired up. It gets you hyped. Like, yes, this is it. This is their last stand. It tells a story. And our first shot is rolling off the production line. The storyline of the Colonials, they're on the back foot, but finally they have tanks. They have something they can fight back with, and finally they're gonna give it their all. They're gonna all or nothing. This is it. And, you know, we start up for, you know, setting up the tank, getting fuel, getting ammo, figuring out our mission. And then the first fight we get in is a complete wipe. We kick their fucking asses. We flank them, and we completely destroy their whole armored force. And it gives you that sense of like, oh shit, like the Colonials are gonna win. Like, you know, we're doing good. You know, it's us just utterly kicking ass, decimating them. And so then, like, at this point in the story, you're like, oh shit, maybe the Colonials actually have a chance, like they're doing good. And then also we get into the second half of the battle. Oh yeah, also the chapters. This is 100% stolen from Halo 3. If you guys ever played Halo 3, Halo 3 does this, where like halfway through a level, you know, the bars come down and you get the chapter. You can see I Would Have Been Your Daddy. If you remember from Halo 1, there was I Would Have Been Your Daddy. I stole this from Halo, 100%. But then, yeah, you know, more footage of the Colonials completely decimating Warden lines. You know, we're kicking ass and we're doing great. So now we've established at this point in the narrative that the Colonials there actually might be a chance. We actually might be able to hold them back and win this war. This is great. And then a little bit of fun. A little bit of congratulating ourselves.
Behind him, and then the tanks in front, like our tanks on the front line, realized what were happening. We're just like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, just pincer maneuver. It was a classic pincer maneuver.
So more reinforcement that, you know, we're doing good and we're having fun. And then all of us just fucking around. A little bit of fun. Again, reinforcing. We're on top. We're winning. You know, it's good. We have time to relax and have fun and joke around on the beach because we're winning. We're awesome. The Colonials. We're gonna bring this back. It's gonna be great. And then all that build up just for this scene now, where we realize what we're up against, and you see this entire armored column, and then the music gets more intense. This was from Call of Duty World at War. This was Black Cats. By the way, fantastic, like super intense soundtrack. Call of Duty World at War.
I think they're straight north.
Everything's more intense. Uh-oh, hold on a minute. This isn't as easy as we thought it was. Look at all those tanks.
7 light tanks.
The story that we're telling here.
All right, there are 7. They're pushing straight ahead. They're pushing us.
All of this is dubbed. I dubbed all of this myself. All these sound effects like ricochets, and I stole all this from like Postscriptum, Fury, even like the movie Fury. All the sound effects of the cannons firing that was stolen from Fury. The scene, mostly the tiger scene, when it's all the Shermans engaging the tiger and they're firing, all the cannon sound effects, all the ricochets, all of that. That's all. I dubbed all of this manually, and I was so proud of it. I thought it was so good, and I think it still sounds good.
We are kind of getting our ass kicked right now.
All right, focus.
We are barely holding. It's gonna be a tight one.
What's your ammo situation?
I can't really get out to check right now.
I think it still sounds great. But yeah, we're getting engaged now. Like, it's heavy fighting. You know, there's more tanks. We're getting pincered from both the right and the north. We're getting pincered from the east and the north. So now, like, the fighting's getting a little more difficult. We're finally realizing just what we're up against. And then at the very end, we kind of get that punch in the face here at So yeah, this was the tactical situation we were holding at this crossroads, and there were, you know, like 7 Warden tanks above us, and then like 5 Warden tanks to our right. So they were pincering us. They were hitting us from both sides. So every time we like defended to the right, we would get pushed from the north, and every time we defended from the north, we'd get pushed from the right. So like it was constant back and forth. There was so much uncertainty, and that carries through in the way I edited this and the way I brought this together. And then finally, the Battlefield 1 soundtrack kicks in, the intense music.
Tanks pushing up.
Stuck between a rock and a bunch of Warden tanks, because we were.
Hit his track. I hit his track.
It gets more desperate. It gets more.
On the right as well. Azimuth 94. We should not be pushing.
It gets way more intense.
Hold the line.
We were winning before. We were doing great, and we wiped out an armored column, and now we're realizing, wait a minute, this ain't gonna be as easy as we thought. And then we just kind of get decimated.
Again?
Yeah, so we were at the east, and they pushed us from the north right here. So they just sent like an entire tank platoon behind us.
Full reverse.
I love that one. That was a great effect.
It's absolute chaos.
Pure chaos. It's the narrative. Look, they're right behind us. We're nowhere to go. It's horrible. The music, it's intense. Everything. We get a tank. Infantry flanks us, destroys our tank.
We get once and fall back.
Fall back.
Get out of the way. We have to retreat. There's so many tanks. We need repairs real bad.
We need repairs. Fall back. There's so many tanks. The music. Now this is from. If you guys know, this is from. Fuck. What's the game? Little Inferno. This is from Little Inferno. I love this song. This track is beautiful.
North of that road that took
And that's like, it's the final, like, we're fucked.
Guys, let's go. Guys, pull back.
Pull back,
hitting the
retreat,
foundry,
they're hitting the foundry. All the language I edit, I put in very specific, very particular.
Yeah, I can only shoot in front of the car, huh?
They were behind us now, and they were hitting our back lines. Last Bastion, chapter title there. And now you're getting that sense of dread, that sense of, well, fuck. We thought we had this, and now, you know, we spent the whole first half of this video kicking ass, and then now we've been decimated. And they've stolen our tanks. We're engaging our own tanks right here.
I can't, but I got the tank. I got one tank.
If I ever make another Foxhole video, I'm 100% dubbing it like all the way through. I'm gonna dub the whole thing, because this I only dubbed like the second, like this half essentially, with all the tank sound effects. If I make another Foxhole video, I am 100%. It's gonna be cinematic just like this. There's gonna be a story. I'm gonna try to tell a story with it, and I'm definitely gonna dub the whole thing, because I think this is so, like, I love this video so much. And then it's us reminiscing about, like, well, we've survived for so long. This was good. And then the end credits there of, I think I said, my desktop. We saw was only one front. The Clonus fought tooth and nail. 2 days later, the last Clonus stronghold would fall. So we ended up losing that war. That's the final, like, message. But that's the plot. You know, this video has a plot. Like, this video is a movie. I love this video so much because it is such a... It is me flexing my goddamn director's muscles so hard. So if I ever make more Foxhole content, it's all going to be like this. This is going to be like the niche that Foxhole content is going to occupy. It's going to be like cinematic, telling a story, you know, dubbed. It's going to be like, I want to dub engine sound effects too, like I did at the intro here, of us coming out of the factory. This T-34 sound effects. Like, I'm going to keep that up. I'm gonna maintain that throughout the whole video. It would be a big task, but I think the end result would be so good. So I like that video a lot. Last holding out to the bitter end. That's a great video, and it was such an early one too, which is crazy. Yeah, and where were we on the timeline? So yeah, teabag video. Yeah, so now we really get to Halo Infinite Tankery. This was like, I don't really know what I was thinking when I made this video. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know why I made this video. I think just because I don't know. I guess because I just wanted to show you guys that I was playing Halo. Like, I don't know. I just wanted something. I just wanted some other, like, more unique gameplay. I also just wanted to show off my sick plays, maybe. I don't know. I'm a pretty good... Look at this, dude. I'm a pretty good sniper. Hell yeah. Oh, wait. Is this... Where's the... Oh, yeah, this. Dude, this is not... This is nasty. Ooh. That's nasty. That was nasty. And then finally, me ranting about the Scorpion, which, by the way, Spookston already did this. This was blatantly stolen from Spookston, so Spookston already did something like this. But I would be down to do something like this. I think Teabag said that I'd love to hear more about you critiquing, make fun of, praising fictional tanks. And then I mentioned, yeah, Spookston did a lot of that already. He made fun of the tanks from Halo, from Wolfenstein, Fallout. He's done a couple others, but there's definitely some that he hasn't covered. And I would totally be down to pick up that mantle, to carry that torch. Because I think that kind of thing would be a lot of fun, to like get into a video game and just look at the tank in the game and just be like, why does it not work? Or why does it work? Maybe there's a game that actually has like a good whole on what makes a good tank. My outro. Oh yeah, the outro. Yeah, when did I start using the outro? I think it was the Spirit of Walter J. Christie, wasn't it? Was that my first? Yeah. I think this was the first video that I ever used my outro. I felt so good about like having an outro that it made me feel like, wow, like I'm a real YouTuber. I have an outro. This was cool. This was a great little edit that I did. This is all effects. So this original footage is like crisp HD. Actually, I think it's like 4K. Like this is like crisp 4K stock footage of, you know, tanks during exercises. All of the like 80s, all of this is, I put this over top of it as like as an edit. And this style is an homage to the music and everything being like the lo-fi. This is from the Zelda and Chill soundtrack. This is a reference to Call Me Carson, who I love so. That's not how you spell Call Me Carson, but Call Me Carson is a huge inspiration on me personally. And he, like, Call Me Carson did my whole, like, 2019 in a nutshell was just Call Me Carson for me. I loved this guy, but his whole thing was this kind of stuff. He would do.
Never been to DeviantArt before.
You have
this stuff. His intros would be like this, where it's like crisp HD 4K footage, but then he puts on like the rainbow, like almost the and you have the lo-fi in the background. Okay, yeah, the whole video is them checking out whack DeviantArt. But they do a whole every now and then, every now and then he'll interject the video like when there's downtime. It's like this crisp HD 4K drone footage, and then there's like this effect around it of like an 80s like older, you know, I don't want to say like, I guess I don't know what to call it maybe, but it's a really interesting effect. I thought this was a really cool juxtaposition.
And I found some boar too.
So I like that a lot. I like that aesthetic, and so I wanted to do that for mine. And so that's how I ended up with this whole, and I actually have, wait, if I go into, well, I could have to go into YouTube Studio to do it, but I do have unlisted somewhere. I just have straight up my intro, like alone with no video behind it. But that's how I ended up developing this style of my outro, of having like this crisp HD 4K tank footage that you then put all these filters over to make it look like it's like filmed back in, you know, it's like retro or whatever, but it doesn't degrade the quality all that much. Like you can still tell that underneath all of this, you can still tell that underneath all these effects, there is crisp HD footage. However, it's also got the lines, it's got the VHS, or, you know, the CRT TV, you know, lens distortion, stuff like that, all that. And then I added, you know, shake on the text and everything to make it all kind of like spritz around and pop. I'm very proud of this outro. I like it a lot. And when I developed it, I felt so like, yeah, I finally have my own outro. Like, well, I'm a YouTuber. But now we get to tank tier list.
Is making a tier list
This
about
video.
France.
Oh my God, I love this. I mean, I've already gushed about it earlier in the stream, but holy fuck, I love this video so much. This video, this is my peak. The jokes in this video are so just top tier. Like, this video is so funny, even without like
Ever. And for now,
it's so good, dude. I trashed France so hard in this video, and I thought that was funny.
Yeah, the one in France is definitely going to be F tier for France. The fact that anime has
The fact that anime has its own category, but tankery doesn't, really doesn't sit right with me. And then, all right, listen. I've seen that line. There's that line. The fact that anime has its own category,
and for now,
and tankery doesn't, really doesn't sit well with me. I'm going to tell you right now, I said that on purpose. Also, people, you know, in the comments section talking about, you know, specific, there's specific things that people would reference in the comments. I'm going to tell you right now. Many of you ask a question. You will get the answer to your question if you just watch this video and pay attention to all of the references I make throughout this video. So I say that anime and tanks have nothing to do with each other. Great. But then once you watch the video, you'll get what I mean. Also, great intro here.
Just literally don't matter.
I literally specifically say I'm not going to include France.
And you should be ashamed. I'm also not going to include any World War I tanks because they don't bring in the views.
Also, so no France, no World War I.
So first up, we have the same.
The first tank I put in is the Saint-Chamond. I think that's so fun. I thought that was hilarious.
Myself, but considering how often I get,
and I love during the live replay, somebody said, yeah, France gonna take a bit of a beating in this. Somebody said during the top chat replay was like, Saint-Chamond is a French tank. What are you talking about? And I was like, yes, they are getting that's the reaction that I want. Wait, what? Yeah, people being confused in chat. I thought it was so funny. I loved that. That's what I live for, man. I live for like that cringe. I live for, my sense of humor is dumb. Specifically, someone being so incredibly wrong, but being so falsely confident that they're right. Like, I just love that juxtaposition of being like, no World War I, no France. By the way, the first tank we're going to raid is the Saint-Chamond, and then just completely not acknowledging that, and like just letting everyone in chat just be like, wait, that's not, what are you doing? And then just completely glossing over it. Also, the fact that the Tiger's already in SS tier, and I do not acknowledge it. I never acknowledge the fact that the Tiger is just already up here. I love that.
105mm howitzer.
105mm howitzer Sherman. It goes bop. Little noob tube reference for all you Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 fans out there. Big wheel. Bob Simple. This is legit. This is real. I hate the Bob Simple. I fucking hate the Bob Simple. It's so overplayed. I hate the meme. I hate the Bob Simple meme. It's terrible. The tank is whatever, but just the meme, I just see the meme everywhere. I hate it. I do not like the Bob Simple's meme.
Which tank is this? Here it is. The CAL3.
CL3, Italy fucking sucks. Oh, the Calliope. This is great. I thought this was so funny.
I'm thinking about the Calliope. What was easier to produce vehicle?
The answer to your question is I have no idea.
Get him, chieftain.
Coming back into the archive, basically saying, why are we doing this?
Easily A tier.
Easily A tier. Easily A tier. I love that shit too. Like being like, this tank is pointless. A tier. Oh yeah, this too. Chaffee.
I fucking love the Chaffee. It holds a very special place in my heart. D tier.
I love the Chaffee. Very special place in my heart. D tier. Oh, Japanese tank speed round. Oh, this was so great. The fucking haha tier. It makes me laugh. It makes me go haha. So I put it in the haha tier. The Jeopardy music. Tim and Eric reference. I love Tim and Eric. Another great. Once again, you can tell what I was like. You can tell what I was currently watching on YouTube in my spare time based on what references I'm putting in here. I was in love with Tim and Eric at the time, so Tim and Eric.
Goes in the fucking hee-hee tier.
Chi-Hee goes in the hee-hee tier. Of course it does. What other tier could it be in? The Chi-Nu.
Look pretty though.
The Chi-Nu. And then this. Ooh. This was my reference to the fucking. This was for all my Twitch boys out there. All you Ludwig fans, Ludwig, Atrioc, XQC fans. This one was for you.
Cheeto.
The applause. The Eric Andre applause. That's the chef's kiss of the whole thing. The fucking
Cheeto.
That's so great. I'm so happy I was able to include the fucking XQC Cheeto meme. For those of you who don't know, XQC is a streamer. I take a lot of influence from streamer culture, and XQC, he's French Canadian if I'm not mistaken. He's French Canadian, and as a result, he doesn't speak English great, and he has a very famous clip. He's watching like a nature documentary.
Cheeto.
That's it. That's Cheeto. I mean, he's not wrong though. I mean, you can't diss the man. He's not wrong. He is not wrong. That's what I love about. Love him or hate him, he's not wrong. The man's brain is on a whole other wavelength, dude. But he has like a whole series of clips of just him misidentifying animals. XQC is so funny, and so I wanted to. These clips are hilarious, and so I wanted to pay homage to that. And I'm so happy that I had a perfect excuse, and that there was literally a tank called the Cheeto that I was able to use. So I love that.
Speaking of Cheetos, we got the fucking Churchill.
Churchill.
This thing actually,
These were a couple of the legitimate critiques. This was me like actually giving some opinions. Literally not a Matilda. Crusader. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So anime and tanks have nothing to do with each other, and then I say and then
Crusader removing the speed limiter S tier.
all right. That should be all you need to know.
Asked me to draw him one of these. 33 tank.
Oh yeah.
Fucking. I mean, look.
Oh, this. Okay. If this doesn't answer your question that you may have about things relating to what I said earlier, this is all. If you don't get it after this, then
This thing doesn't really have much use, right? It's a pretty pointless little tank.
sure, true.
I will say though, if you can catapult this thing off the back of a Type 89, it has some potential. B tier.
That's it. That's all you need to. If you understand what that is a reference to, then you get it, and you can stop asking me questions. This was great because this was just a reference.
Fury, the tank from Fury. You know,
I said I included the Fury as a separate tank, as if the fucking Fury tank is like its own model of tank, and then I just did a movie review.
And the spot was pretty serviceable.
And nobody
I
wants to
think
hear
they did
that,
well.
so.
Overall, it was just an.
True. I love that clip. I think that clip is so funny. Just some dude getting fucking bodied by a goddamn 88.
The IS2, Spookston made a video saying that this thing actually wasn't.
This is another great. This is a great moment here. Katusha. Perfect. It's beautiful. Also, the Katusha rocket truck isn't even a tank. I found that funny. KV2, the picture I use of the KV2 is the fucking the three turreted cursed one. Yeah, it's just banger after banger after banger. I just love this. I love this video so much. I love it. Timmy Tide Turner.
I think we really could.
Timmy Tide Turner. That's and that's another one of those, like, that edit is just so bad. That's just so bad. It doesn't mean anything. This does not mean anything. But that's why I think it's so fucking funny. I think it's hilarious. It just doesn't. That doesn't mean anything. I just love pointless shit. I think it's so funny. Ass tier. I can't decide if it should be A tier or ass tier, so put in ass tier. This was so funny.
As it was chosen to be one universal tank. Sama 35 was used by cavalry, which were supposed to only use armored
Dude.
trucks, and other
This is based. Is this guy based?
To a lack of B1 business at the moment. And I know, it's a hot take, but honestly,
It's a hot take.
It's really just a hot take, not because of anything you stated, which is half true, but because British propaganda.
Sadly. Based. This guy's based as fuck. I love. Okay, bud, tell yourself that. I remember when I ran across this on Reddit, I was fucking appalled. I was floored. This guy knows something that we don't, clearly. Fucking.
I know.
What do you think is the first? Which do you think is the first main battle tank? My man whips out the B1 BIS, bro. My man literally whipped it out. My man put his dick on the table and said, "Yeah, that's right. I'm not fucking scared." I cannot believe it. First off, that's a hot take and a half. Hot take and a half. But no, it's just British propaganda. British propaganda. As if the Nazis didn't have their own propaganda, right? Isn't that like the whole Potential History made an entire video on that about how, like, you know, we look back at old like World War II footage and we see all this footage of, like, you know, German tanks and like these columns of, you know, big German tanks that are fast and cool and great and everything. But like, you do realize that all that footage was recorded by the Germans. Like, that's what they want you to see. Like, they very specifically recorded that because they wanted people to watch that and be like, oh wow. Like, there's all that famous footage of Tiger 2s. Like, if you rewatch that Tiger 2 footage, maybe there's like that really famous propaganda reel of Tiger 2 footage. Yeah, this one, the original King Tiger. This like propaganda reel that this was recorded by Germans. The way they frame this, like, look, they make it look like that there's a bunch here. They make it look like this just like unending wave after wave. Like, look at this. It's like, whoa, there's so many. Like, wow. Like, it looks very impressive. But like, if you really like look at this is one of the shots that kind of reveals, like, there's not that many tanks here. There's only 3 rows, and like in one row there's like maybe 10 tanks. Like, if you break this down, you realize like this is like a gathering of like maybe 30 tanks. Like, maybe, if that. But like, they frame it and they film it and they cut it together in such a way to make it look like there's hundreds upon hundreds. And like, this guy is just driving down this continuous, endless line of King Tigers. And it's like, wow, wow, wow. Like, look at how many, like, whoa, look how many there are. Like, wow, this is crazy, dude. There's so many. It's great. It's like, but like, this is all very specifically recorded to make you think that. It's propaganda. And so, like, hey, I'm not going to say that the whole British propaganda thing doesn't have its own merit. Like, sure, history is written by the victors sometimes. But also, like, to completely throw something down the drain because British propaganda is stupid, because the Germans did it. The Germans were fucking notorious for propaganda. That was their whole bit. That was the whole thing. So I think that's funny. I think that kind of shit is hilarious. And then also, once again, I said no French tanks, and then I included the B1 BIS. Oh, the T-34 bit. I love this bit so much. The fact that the whole bit is just, I don't know where I came up with this idea. I thought it was so funny. You know, I just use an open top variant. I just pretend that the T-34 was open top the whole time.
I think the T-34 could have been an outright outstanding design. Really, I mean, it was cheap. It did what the Soviets needed, and it was decently effective. But I think the lack of a closed turret.
The lack of a closed turret. I can't. Why would they make it open turret? I can't believe it. God, they were so stupid. Main tank of their army with an open top. Who would have thunk it? That's so silly. That's so hilarious. Like, I had to scour for quite a while to find as many pictures as I could of open top T-34s, because there's not many. There's like this one here, which I think is Egyptian, maybe Egyptian or Syrian. It's like an artillery piece, and then this one image of a German 88 that was mounted to a T-34. Which, by the way, like, what the actual fuck? Can we just sit down for like 2 seconds and just say what? Like, what? Like, what? But okay, they did that, so whatever. But yeah, I thought this was a really funny bit, pretending that the T-34 was just an open top and then rating it as such. There's also a reference right here.
Good tank, you know, decently reliable, but its armor is weak, so they're in trouble if they get hit head on. D tier.
Its armor is weak. They're in trouble if they get hit head on. That's a reference. If you know what that's a reference to, then I don't need to say anything else.
France and Poland, but I mean, like, what's the big idea? What were they trying to prove? You know, what were the Germans? What were they doing out there? You know,
what were they doing out there? I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't fucking get it. It's going in fucking F tier, man. The Panzer II is kind of stupid.
It is true though. I kind of hate the Panzer II. Panzer II is kind of stupid. What were they doing out there? What were the Germans? Those pesky Germans. What were they doing out there? Oh, Nosferatu. Gaijin 1234 with Flak 88, true. Oh yeah, Bradley Cooper. This was a legit flip. Actually, okay, I lied. I say that every piece of this video was scripted. That's actually a fat lie.
Definitely the Super Pershing. This thing's badass. Also, Bradley Cooper worked on it.
That was legit. That was a legit flip. I actually did not mean to say that. I did not mean to say Bradley Cooper, but I did. And then I had to edit this. I had to create this because I went back and I was like, wait a minute, Bradley Cooper. I was like, isn't that an actor? Like, what the hell? And then I didn't even notice until I was editing, and I was like, wait a minute. Like, I thought Bradley Cooper was the guy's name, and then I was editing and I was like, hold on, isn't Bradley Cooper, like, that name sounds familiar for a different reason. And I looked it up and I was like, oh fuck, I got the wrong guy. So then I created this and then had to slap the Bradley Cooper tape on it, which, by the way, this edit looks really good. I'm very surprised at how well this turned out. This looks quite good.
So that no, we can't buy it.
On that T26, I like it. Fire truck bonus round. Yeah, this was actually a last minute idea, and I'm so fucking happy that I had it. This is so great. This is so hilarious.
Fire truck bonus lightning round.
I love this bit.
Walter J. Christie, early 1900s front wheel.
Walter J. Christie once again wiggling his way into my channel however he can. Walter J. Christie continuously comes up. I remember Laser Pig described Walter J. Christie as like. He described it. He's like, if you're gonna do any research on tanks, and he's totally right, by the way. Laser Pig said once in one of his videos, he said, if you're ever gonna like do research on tanks, like you're ever gonna dive into tankery research, Walter J. Christie is a name that will continuously come up, like often, and you cannot avoid him. He is like, he just had his toes in so many different things that like you'll find him everywhere. Like you'll be doing research, like you'll be doing research on British tanks. You'll be like, all right, British, I'm way away from America, way away from Russia, way away from Walter J. Christie, right? Oh no, it turns out the entire cruiser series of tanks had Christie suspension. Oh, well, great. Poland, let me go research Poland, away from everyone, right? Oh no, it turns out the 10TP tank was literally based on Walter J. Christie's designs. Like you cannot escape him. He is omniscient. He's always there.
Honestly, I think both of these fire trucks.
And then also, yeah, somebody left a comment. This is stupid. Yeah, okay, just me 123. I'm gonna call you out right now. Look up the T-34 Big Wind. It's literally just a tank with 2 jet engines to blow the fire out. Yeah, motherfucker, that's the tank that's right here. That's literally the tank in the video. It's like that meme where it's like, I'm literally the guy in the pic. Like, yeah, look up the T-34 Big Wind. Yeah, I did, and it's in the video. So like, I don't know if that guy just wasn't paying attention or like thought it was a different tank. Like, I don't know what that guy was smoking. He's saying, they be drinking some strong stuff over there, bro. You're drinking some strong stuff because apparently you just did not. You just ignored the fact. I literally said jet engines, these giant jet engines.
You know, with the T-34, you get just those giant fucking jet engines.
Yeah, so like we're definitely talking about the same tank.
Incredibly dangerous, and as we all know, danger is cool.
Oh, another great reference. Another great reference.
It's a really creative idea and incredibly dangerous, and as we all know, danger is cool. Safety is for moms and nerds. And last I checked, I'm have a pussy.
Yes, that's a great reference. That's a Jake and Amir reference. If you guys know Jake and Amir, oh my god, Jake and Amir has been so influential on my sense of humor. I love Jake and Amir so much. If we can do Jake and Amir, what's the one here? Fuck, what's the episode that they did it in? I don't know. Danger is for moms. I'm just gonna try that. The episode will probably come up. Powder, maybe. Oh, I forget, man. But it's that quote. It's so funny. If you guys haven't seen Jake and Amir, watch Jake and Amir. I suggest starting with Reddit. This video is so funny. Jake and Amir Reddit, hilarious, primo content. Huge piece of my sense of humor. I have this open in 2 tabs. Oh, that's awkward. Jake and Amir is a huge influence on me. I love them so much. They're so funny. Them and Whitest Kids You Know.
The 1 or 2 cities that ever even so long ago.
Jay Leno. Oh yeah, this was so funny.
Jay Leno's got one. He says it's kind of neat. I don't remember. I watched the video so long ago.
Walter Christie actually invented the tank, which the U.S. government thought was a ridiculous idea, and he sold it to the Russians. And then we went, oh wait a minute, that tank thing's pretty good, and they brought him back. What the fuck?
That was genuine. That was a genuine what the fuck. I remember watching that. Like I just went to go get the footage, just him driving it around. Like I just went to go get, like, I just wanted to get this footage right here. I wanted to find the footage of him just fucking driving around like a little man, like a little rat boy, like a little guy driving around on his little Christie tank. I wanted to just get this, but in the process, I had to watch the video, and so I heard him say this, and I was like, "What the actual fuck? Who is your research department? Walter J. Christie invented the tank?" Excuse me, bitch?
He actually invented the tank.
Invented the tank? What? You could not be more wrong.
Which the U.S. government thought was ridiculous.
Also, hilarious that they used this picture. For those of you who wouldn't know, I have the video here on Watch J. Christie. Go watch Christie's Suspension, the man in this video. In this video, I break it all down. But basically, this tank right here, this is the T3E2. This is an experimental tank that the United States built. Christie did not make this tank. In fact, this is the first Christie type tank, like the first tank of Christie, of Christie design. This is the first Christie type tank that Christie did not build. This is the first tank that the United States made after they kicked Christie out. So this is the worst picture you could use to reference a Walter Christie tank, because this is the first tank he didn't work on. If you wanted to do a Christie tank, you should have done the M1938, or the M1928, or the M1931. The M1931 would probably be better. This is a Christie tank. No, yeah, I don't know why this is the first picture that shows up. This is a Christie tank. This is a tank that Walter J. Christie genuinely, he made this. He built this. He designed this. He had a hand in this. This was genuinely him. This, the T3E2, was the United States, after they realized how shit it was to work with Walter J. Christie, and they didn't like working with him, and they kicked him out. They were like, yeah, Christie, you suck. We're just going to buy all the production rights off you, and we're going to kick you out. They kicked him out, and then this was the first tank they built using his designs. So I sound like a broken record, but this is the worst tank you could use to represent Walter J. Christie, because it is the first tank that they kicked him off this project. He was literally booted from this project. He had nothing to do with it. But in terms of this tank being built, he did not make this tank. So for the T3E2 to be for the fucking cover, the poster child of Christie tanks, it's the same thing as making the BT7 the poster child of Christie tanks. Christie did not build the BT7. He just sold the Russians the production rights to his designs. And then the BT series, the BT2, the BT5, the BT7, those were the tanks that the Russians built away from Christie. They cut all ties with him, and then they built that by themselves. Christie had nothing to do with it in terms of actually building it. He obviously came up with the suspension and the overall design, but I thought this was so funny that they used this picture.
And then we went, oh, wait a minute, that tank thing's pretty good. And they brought him back.
Also not true. He sold it to the Russians, and then the Americans were like, oh, wait, this tank thing is good. No, the Americans were very interested in Christie tanks. In fact, Christie tank, if the Americans didn't give a fuck about Christie's designs, then why would they boot him off the project and then continue developing it? The sheer fact that even after they kicked Christie off the project, they kept going with the T3E2 and even the T7 tank, the T4, the T7, this thing, all the convertible tanks that the United States experimented with even after they kicked Walter J. Christie. If they didn't like him or his design, well, they didn't like him, but if they didn't like his designs or they didn't think his ideas had any merit, then why would they pursue any of this? The Americans were actually really big proprietors of the removable track idea, the idea that you could take off the tracks and drive it on its road wheels. The Americans liked that. The Russians didn't. The Russians didn't do it very much, and obviously when T-34 came out with Christie's suspension, they got rid of that ability to take off the tracks and drive on the road wheels because they just didn't need it. They didn't need it, and it was too complicated. They didn't care about it. But America loved it. America thought it was really cool. So even after they booted Christie and started doing their own thing, they continued to experiment with combat cars and light, medium tanks that had convertible systems. And the T4 was the ultimate amalgamation of it. Oh, well, that's obviously, yeah, just Googling T4 is not going to work. This was the ultimate amalgamation of their efforts in the T4 medium tank. This, I mean, not saying that it was any sort of legit contest, but this could have technically been a competitor for the Sherman. The Sherman and this could have been in trials together, except they weren't. It was the Stuart and this, because the Sherman still wasn't really in the zeitgeist quite yet. But this could have been very easily could have been a replacement for a Stuart, and then possibly developed into a Sherman type thing, a medium tank of some kind. The Americans were very interested in Christie's designs. It was not at all an essence of as he describes it.
Walter Christie actually invented the tank, which the U.S. government thought was a ridiculous idea.
Which U.S. government thought was a ridiculous idea. The U.S. government did not think the tank was a ridiculous idea. Y'all ever heard of the fucking M1917? You know, the United States literally, well, okay, yeah, sorry. Y'all ever heard of the M1917? Literally, the United States just blatantly copying the FT-17? Because everyone, after World War I, everyone thought the tank was a good idea. I don't think there was a single person who looked at the tank and was like, you know what, this kind of sucks. Oh, okay, I mean, there were, but they were mostly generals and stuff who were in the army that ended up getting overwritten anyways, because Germany proved that tanks are actually really good and can be very useful. But like, America was very interested in the idea of the tank. I'm arguing and I'm complaining for no reason. The answer here is that whatever intern he had do his research just Googled Walter J. Christie and then,
oh, wait a minute, that tank thing.
And that's what he came up with. So whatever. But that fucking warranted a JonTron what the fuck meme. Like that was terrible. I can't believe that.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh yeah, and this was the ongoing joke throughout this video. Obviously, was the whole what was the first main battle tank? I put the Centurion S tier for main battle tank. Panzer III was my personal. I made the joke that I think it is the first main battle tank. B1 Bis, that guy on Reddit, thinks that was the first main battle tank. And then finally, to bring the whole video full circle,
Tiger, the Sturm Tiger. I'm so silly. I forgot what? That's so crazy. I forgot the Panther.
I forgot the Panther. How could I forget the Panther? What am I gonna rate the Panther, I wonder, and why?
There we go. Can't believe I forgot this little guy. S tier for being the first main battle tank.
Boom. Elegant in its simplicity. I bring the joke full circle. Throughout the video, you have that joke of what was the first main battle tank, and then at the very end, it all comes full circle, and it's the Panther was the first main battle tank. I tried to do it with tanks that like there are legitimately people out there who genuinely argue that like, oh, like I think there is like a very big following of people who are like, yes, like the Panther was genuinely the first main battle tank. Like fuck the Centurion, it was the Panther. And I know that there are people who say that the Panzer III was genuinely the first main battle tank. I mean, I don't really care how right they are, but I think that is personally kind of an objective statement. I would actually personally be interested to see what exactly it is about the Centurion that makes it the first main. Like, why did all of a sudden people... Why is the Centurion considered the... I would like to dive into that. I'd like to make a video about that of, like, what is the definition of a main battle tank and why was the Centurion, like, the first main battle tank? Because something I've been interested in. And then now we're in the modern era. We're in, you know, the last four. Soviet Sunflower, talked about that. It was a nightmare to record, but I do think it's one of my best War Thunder montages. I love the song that I used for it. Lessons in Tank Culture. This is the beginning of the next era, you know?
The German...
This is a blatant copy. And I state it, and I give Lessons in Meme Culture the credit that he deserves. Because it is like, I literally steal his format. But I love what he does.
Is an overt reference to the
it's something similar to like why I did like spooks and stuff and all that, you know? It's like it's out of respect. It's that I love Lessons in Meme Culture. I love what he does. And I like his content a lot. And so I think having a condensed, like easy to watch, quick thing is obviously it's great and it's successful. You know, we live in a world now where everyone wants short, quick, to the point, easy to consume. Everyone, you know, we live in the world of Zoomers. I'm a Zoomer myself. I'm willing to admit that, you know, you click from one video to the next and you want something short and sweet. It's why I love Spookston so much. Like I mentioned earlier, that Spookston is all like short, sweet, to the point, like literally 4 minutes and bam, you know everything you need to know about the M3 Lee, how good it was, how bad it was, why was it designed, its design process. Like you know everything right then and there. So I love, you know, it's that continuing theme of quick information, just get in, get out, get what you need to know, with the exception of some of the tank documentary videos. I think the T-34 one is way better than the Tiger one. But then in addition to that, I wanted to do something better, which was talk about the historical, or rather the cultural impacts of a tank. Like the memes that a tank holds in a circle, and like what we think about a tank and why we think that way about a tank, you know, like that kind of thing intrigued me, and I wanted to make videos on it. Not just like, is the Tiger good or bad, but more specifically, why does the Tiger have a reputation of being amazing but also having a shitty transmission and engine? Or like, why do we think the way we do about these tanks? And basically with or also just generally just summarizing what role the tanks have in the tank history community. What joke is it the butt of, so to speak? Just doing that cultural analysis of a tank rather than its physical characteristics. Something I like, and that's something I am happy that I'm starting to do. And I'm definitely going to keep doing this until Lessons in Meme Culture gives me a cease and desist. But for now, like if Lessons in Meme Culture for whatever reason sees this or anything, just know that I do this out of respect and out of paying homage to him, and I want both of our content to coexist. Same thing with like potential history and all that. Like I have some ideas to do videos similar to something that potential history has already done, in particular reviewing a particular TV show series and movie. I would also like to do that, but look at a different aspect of it, and go through every episode and every movie in the series and talk about it, which is a thing that potential history has already done. But I want mine to coexist to his, because I'm going to talk about something a bit different than what he talked about. And same thing with this. Like I'm doing the same thing as Lessons in Meme Culture, but it's a different topic. It's got a bit of a different vibe to it, and also it's for a different audience. It's like, you know, it's not like I'm stealing any of his audience, right? So it's out of respect and out of a joy for what he does. And so I hope that my stuff and his can coexist in a lot of ways. And then we come to the newest magnum opus, the Stug. Humble beginnings, slightly confusing guide to the Stug. I like these slightly confusing guide videos. I definitely want to keep doing them because this is what I find most interesting about tanks, like in my head. I love talking about, you know, World War II is great. World War II is fascinating. I don't like getting in debates about what tank was better, what tank was worse, like all the physical characteristics of like yada yada. Like I don't like all that. That kind of stuff is just, it's boring, it's unnecessary, and it's like politics. Like it just gets people mad for no reason. Like I just hate whenever somebody is like, this is why I like German tanks better because yada yada. It's just like, dude, like nobody's listening and nobody cares. Like it's the kind of thing where just people all have their minds like just set in stone so hard with these things, and they'll defend it so admirably, and they just won't listen to reason or facts. And even then, half the time, both sides have reasons or facts that can be disputed because tank history is so muddled. I called it in my Tiger video, actually. I called tank history a game of telephone, because it really is. You know, it's listening to the guy who listened to the guy who listened to the guy who wrote in his biased memoir about something that didn't even happen. You know, like it's almost pointless. And so I just like getting into the minutia of all the individual little pieces of a tank, all the little bits and bops that they added throughout its production history, and why. Why was this tank built? Like, how was it used? And was it used outside of its role? Did it find success for that reason? How is it supposed to be used tactically in the broader scale? You know, like I love the why though. Why did they design it this way? Why does it look the way it is? Why did they decide to go without a turret? Why did they decide to go with a turret? Vice versa. I love these extremely minute. I would make a great model maker. I've only done the Kobe Legos, but I'm sure I'd make a great model maker because I love just the insignificant. I love this. The fact that they have two sprockets. That's like the only difference. Like why? Why did they do that? I would be so interested to find out why they did that. Like what brought on that change? Like was it cheaper? Was it easier? And then also A to B, the new improved ignition and stuff, the synchromesh transmission, the off C and D with the signal bell, all that stuff. Oh yeah, the Apache to Pirate meme, great meme, love that part. That's the pieces of tankery that I personally am like the most fascinated by and the most excited to learn about and to dive into. Like I love like the minutia. Like hold up, this is the best website that's ever existed. The fucking Minutia Sherman homepage. Like this website is awesome. It's literally what it's called. It's called the Sherman Minutia because like you can just read up on everything. Oh, VVSS. Yeah, let's just fucking read all about VVSS and all the different versions they made and all the different road wheel configurations it had and why and which factories built them. Like this is how you know, like, oh, based on this sprocket design, we can tell that this one was produced by Chrysler. Like all this stuff. Like it's so in depth. It's so in detail. And I love it. I love this stuff. Like I could browse this website for fucking days. I could be here for days. Like this kind of stuff is so cool. And look, comparison between the US-made Sherman and the left side Canadian-made Bogey. Like, look, there's like practically no difference. Oh, wait, look, you can see the lines here are jut out slightly more. The road wheel is a slightly different design. Like, I love this. I love comparing this. The thingy on the top is a little bit different. I love that kind of stuff. So that's why I like making these types of videos, slightly confusing guides. And also because they are just generally videos that don't exist. Like, there aren't really channels that just straight do something like this, that just break down a tank into all the variants and what was different between all of them, and yada yada. So I love filling that niche, and also I genuinely enjoy it. I just enjoy learning about it, and I love doing it. So slightly confusing guides are going to keep coming for sure. War Thunder montages will probably keep coming. I think they're fun. They're easy to make. I need to fix my War Thunder though before I do it. These short, like 10-second meme clips are probably going away here in 2022. What is the future? Right now, we've officially gone through the past. What is the future? Well, like I say, I have a lot of different video ideas. A lot. I have a phone filled to the brim. Now that I've done this stream, and I have an idea of what streaming looks like. I would like to do this more often. There are definitely things that I think there's a lot of potential for content for doing a stream and then cutting it down into a VOD and then posting that as a separate video. I like that. I think I'm going to be streaming here on YouTube. I think I was debating for a while to do it on YouTube or Twitch, but I think YouTube, it just makes sense. I have a YouTube channel. I post videos on YouTube. Plus Ludwig jumped to YouTube, so YouTube's about to explode. It just makes sense. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to stream here on YouTube. And plus I've already just set my setup for YouTube. So I've already got everything. I've got all the pieces, laid out. So we'll do that. So possibly more streams. I don't know how often, I can't say for sure, but I want to do a foxhole video pretty soon, if I can. But the next upcoming project will most likely be another collaboration with Nomad Prod, where we had a tank, we had AI create a tank for us. So Nomad Prod found this great software that has, he found this great software that can create a story. It's an AI and it creates a story. And so we wanted to create a Sherman documentary. So we had it write a documentary on the Sherman, but as like AI. And so the AI was like describing all the features of the Sherman, but obviously it was way off because it's AI. And then the idea then there is to recreate that version of the Sherman that the AI came up with in Sprocket, and then try to test it and see if it's actually good and if it actually works. So that kind of answers here. I see Priest of Frogs and the Father of Amphibian. That's amazing. That's a great username. Will you do more Sprocket content or more IRL tank stuff? Yes. Sprocket content, I'll definitely want to keep doing. With Sprocket, it's much for the same reason that I brought up earlier about like pre-planned videos versus just recording for like an hour and random gameplay and cutting it up. Like, it's hard for me to do that. Like, my brain just struggles if I just sit down in front of a camera for like an hour and then just play Sprocket and then try to make that into a video. Like, to me, that's way harder than just doing something like this, where I have the script written out and I have everything planned out and I can just do it. So Sprocket content, I also don't want to oversaturate. I know most people found me through Sprocket. Most people know me as Sprocket, but I don't want to just get stuck doing Sprocket content, even if it means I don't bring in as many views. I'm okay with that. I would rather do what I want than do what everyone forces me to do. So Sprocket content is not going to be like the primo, like constant. You will not constantly see it on the channel, but I enjoy the game. I play it and I want to make content on it. It's just always for me, like, I always feel like there has to be like a point to the video. There has to be like a thing that I'm doing in that video, right? I can't just play Sprocket aimlessly. And so a Sprocket video isn't going to come out unless I have like a set premise for the video. Like, this video is the AI variant of the Sherman that we're going to put into testing and all that, And then the other one was Christie in Sprocket. And then the teabag challenge. Oh yeah, and I do plan to do the teabag challenge. I plan to partake in more teabag challenges and all that. So I definitely, Sprocket I want to keep doing. IRL tank stuff. IRL content in general is stuff I'm interested in, for sure. Specifically, the most recent like IRL content I can imagine coming out would probably be me shooting my rifle, my Lee Enfield. For those of you who may or may not know, I have a Lee Enfield. I am a gun owner officially. give or take this past November, I went to a gun store with a friend and I purchased a Lee Enfield No. 4 Mark 1, a Mil Serp Lee Enfield, military surplus Lee Enfield. And I've spent the past couple of months I was about to say refurbishing, but that's not true. Restoring, I guess, kind of, to a degree. Taking care of it. I've been cleaning it. I've got new sights on it. I got a strap for it. I got ammo for it. Actually, ammo just arrived, like literally like a week ago. So I'm gonna go take it shooting at some point, and I'd love to film that and put it up on this channel. I think that would be cool. I know that this is a tank channel, but I think if I can somehow relate it to tankery or just generally, I think that could be fun content for sure. As for IRL tank related stuff, definitely if I take a trip to like a tank museum or something, I'd love to record that or just do a little piece of it. I definitely want there to be more of me on the channel. Like, again, obviously my whole thing is being a tank guy, but like I think one of the ways I want to separate myself from other tank YouTubers is like, I don't want you to just be like, I love Eta320's content and I love the whole tank thing. I like Eta. I like Eta as a person. I think he's funny, and I could watch him do anything, and I think it would be good, and it would be good content. And I kind of want to deviate from other tank history YouTubers in that regard, in that, like, if I do a stream one day where I'm bored, I'm just like, hey, like, I'm just going to play through, like, Metro Exodus or something, or I'm just going to play through Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, you guys would be like, fuck yeah, that's cool. I think that's great. Even if it gets significantly less views, like, I already know that that's going to be, like, way down there, but I'd like to do that kind of stuff. So the future of 2022, I think definitely even more variety. I think it's definitely something that I would want to incorporate. Variety and just generally more outside the box stuff. Content that I haven't already made, but then also to a degree sticking to a decent formula. So those are my plans. I've got a lot for 2022. I will open the floor now because, like I said, I can stream technically. I can be here till 3:30 technically. But of course, obviously, I don't want this to be too long because then the VOD will be way too long. But I'll open the floor to just general Q&A about me, about the channel, about anything. If you guys are curious about any of this stuff, I am more than happy to help. And we do have, I think I have a cool little fun thing that we can do. Give me 2 seconds. I want to try to get this going. And I don't expect to finish this today, but we can try this. I had this prepared. Give me a minute. There we go. I think we can do that. Oh yes. I do have a face cam. I finally got it working. However, we're not going to do face. Not yet anyways. If I open that. Nope, that's the stream starting soon text. Huzzah! Camera. So, if we can expand this and go whoop, bam, and chat's still there, we have a goal. We have something to do today. I got this for Christmas, and so now we can build it. I will say these things take me forever to build. I don't know why, I'm just bad, I guess. But we can do a little bit of building. Also, you can see my collection slightly behind me. There's the A7V and the some other lads. And you can actually probably be able to see, I probably ended up seeing everything, but that's okay. But I think overall, I also have a Coke, can of Coke. We can build and we can talk. We can chat. This is the chill part of the stream. So we've gone through the history of Eta, what I've been doing, what kind of content I want to make, what kind of content I like. And now I think we can open the floor for Q&A or just general anything else. Not because he was a tank YouTuber, because he's fucking honey badass. Thank you. I appreciate honey badass. I like that a lot. Are those 1x35? Yes, they are. I believe so. It should say it. I think they are. Oh, we can get rid of this. This is my headphone stand that I literally duct taped to my fucking desk. Yeah, my setup is slightly scuffed. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure they're 1:35. I don't know why they wouldn't be. But yeah, they're typically, you can see the dimensions on day as that. And also, you can make it French or Polish, which is cool. I think I'm going to do it Polish because I have another friend who was going to pick this up, and he's going to do a French version. So I think for this one, we're going to do Polish. Also because I've got my little Polish, my little 7TP right there that I have as Poland. Also, I've got the Polish Panther, and also my T-34-85 kit that I have has some Polish insignias on it. So I've kind of got Poland in the zeitgeist, so to speak. I've got pictures and posters of stuff Polish related. I like Poland. Poland as a faction in World War II has always been like something I've really liked to do. So this shit, and this is gonna be my last one. My shelf is going to be completed once we've done this, because I don't have space. I simply do not have the for any more tanks. I think where I'm gonna put it is gonna be. Well, yeah, you can see. There you go. You can see all that. So this is my collection. There's the EZ8. There's the M4A2. There's a Super Pershing. I'm trying to like figure out my hand position. There's the Super Pershing right there. There's T-34-85 and a BT-7, KV-1, IS-2. You guys can be able to see it. The Germans right here, Tiger and Panzer IV, Panther, all that. This is easily like $1,000 worth of Lego tanks probably, because some of these are like almost 100. Actually, it's a couple hundred, maybe not 1,000. What is the big money maker though, or the money? Is that my boy up there? That's my boy. That's my boy, my Lee Enfield. But that's besides the point. So where this is gonna go is probably here with my Polish and my French. It makes sense, right? This is a tank that I can make as either Polish or French. So I'm gonna put it in my queue with the Polish and the French tanks that I already have. So we are gonna do that. Also, in case you're wondering, I am currently resting the camera on my microphone stand, so it's scuffed. But we enjoy scuffed. I told you this stream was gonna be scuffed. I said it was gonna be scuffed, but we're gonna go for it. I've also seen a lot of people whenever I mention these things, people ask me like about Kobe. Like I guess Kobe is not like a known brand or whatever. I've known about Kobe for a long time. Great company, great kits, fun sets. I'm trying to like get this to like. Yeah, that might be the best. Might be the best we can do. That's okay though. Yeah, Kobe is great. I recommend them. It's COBI. They're a Polish company, so your stuff might have to ship for quite a while, and they're not horrifically expensive. Like usually between like 30 and 70. Like I think the average price is probably like 40 or 50 for one of these kits. I know this one was I think like 40 or 50. But I love them. I think the instructions are easy to read and easy to build, and they're fun. And so we're just gonna honestly do this. I actually don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this because, like I said, these things take me forever to make. Like I've had days where I'm just like doing this all day. So I don't think we'll finish this on stream before 3:30, but we can at least try, and we can chill, and we can have fun, and we can talk. What do you think of Gunner Heat PC and what you played in the future? Isn't that the one? That's like the hyper realistic one, right? With like the really good voice acting that I've seen people talk about. I definitely plan. I would like to make this YouTube channel a good opening for me to play like every tank game under the sun. Like even tank games that I wouldn't normally play. Like Gunner Heat PC is a little too realistic. Stuff like that, and like I've had a lot of people ask me about IL-2, that game, because I know it's a plane game, but you can also do tanks with it. Like those games that are like hyper realistic, like the games where you'll literally be sitting there for like half an hour just trying to find your target. Like that's cool and all, but I don't see myself just casually playing those kinds of games. However, making a video on like a game like that is definitely a good excuse for me to buy it and play it. And so I think chances are if it's a tank game that you can think of, chances are I'll probably give it a shot at some point on this channel, because I am interested in trying. Like I said, I want to use this channel as like as an excuse, as like a funnel to branch out and play a lot of different tank games that I probably wouldn't have otherwise, and also just other games in general. All kinds of things. There's a lot of potential with hosting a YouTube channel where you do game stuff. This shit keeps sliding. I don't know what to do. I'm scared. There we go. That kind of works. Okay, so we gotta get the big boys out. These things are, the bags are nice and all. They can also be a pain in the ass sometimes. Also, this looks like a decently small kit, so I think we should be able to... Did you hear about Zevzda company vehicle models? Not bad, actually. Are those Legos or are they actual models? Because actual model making is something I'd like to get into eventually, but I always told myself I wasn't gonna do it until I was comfortable with my Lego collection. And I think this will be it, because like, I literally won't have space on my shelf for anything else. So I think once this one is built and I can like actually call my Lego collection like satisfied, then I think I'd probably get into model making, yeah. Actually, Nomad Prod, if you're still here, Nomad Prod and I have a little thing to get together and build, get me a Stug model as my first, which we decided that way before the Slightly Confusing Guide to the Stug. So even though currently the Stug is kind of in the zeitgeist of my channel right now, that model would like perfectly suit the lore. So having a Stug model would be really fun. And I'd love to try it. Like I said, I think I would make a great model maker because of I'm so hyper attention to detail. That's what I want. So like that, I want one of these. They want one of these little boys. Like that. Assume this. Yeah, you guys can see this. This is good. Do a little bit of that. And they want another one here. And I guess doing Let's Plays of like other games outside of tanks is genuinely something that I'd like to do. I told myself when I was starting all this, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a YouTube channel, and also I'd like to, stream on it sometimes. I told myself that I kind of wanted my stream content and my YouTube content to be a little bit different from each other. Like, YouTube content is tank focused. It is tanks, it's always tanks, yada yada. But I always wanted my stream content to be a little bit more me focused. Playing games that have nothing to do with tanks, or just, a stream like this, just chilling and doing whatever. Favorite tank? I've said it before in a video, the Composite Firefly, if you look it up. I have a bit of a history with that tank because it was one of the first times that I actually like went crazy doing research on a tank. This was like late 2020, give or take. So the pandemic, was in full swing, like summer, I think, of 2020. So I'm also, I'm 19. So I was class of 2020. I graduated. Oh, you saw my face there for a second. That's okay. I don't give a shit about you guys seeing my face. I don't know why I'm making such a deal about it. Class of 2020. So I graduated high school in 2020. And also my birthday is in March, which is when kind of the COVID hit. That's kind of when everything went crazy. And so technically speaking, I graduated high school and turned 18 on the same day because COVID was on the rise, and they were talking about possibly doing like a 2-week break from school. Like, COVID is getting serious, we might do like a 2-week hiatus. And so I was like, okay, whatever. And then it came down, they said 2-week hiatus, don't come back for another 2 weeks. And of course we were all like, fuck yeah, that's so cool, no school for 2 weeks. And then on that 2-week break, within that 2-week break was my birthday. So I was also hyped. I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Like, within this, we get this 2-week break, and then I have a birthday, no school. It's awesome. And so we were hyped for that. But then in the middle of that 2-week break, on my birthday, the governor of our state that I lived in, or still live in, announced that schools would be canceled for the rest of the year. It was done. It was over. And so on my birthday, I mean, technically speaking, we still had like online classes and stuff to do, but our I didn't have a single teacher who actually like took it seriously and kept it going. But technically speaking, school shut down that day. Like, that was the last time, that's the last time I to this day, that was the last time I ever set foot in my high school. And at this point, it's what, 2 years ago now? So I walked out of my high school on a Friday thinking that it was just a 2-week break, and then still never got to say goodbye to a lot of those guys actually too, but and then when they announced that school was over, it was on my birthday. So I like to tell people, technically speaking, I graduated high school and turned 18 on the same day because of COVID, because they canceled everything. and then I got my job, and then now I'm living life, and everything is working out very well. And I'm doing YouTube now, and that's fun. So, how does that relate to favorite tank? Well, because it was within that summer of 2020 that I had a lot of time, now that COVID, with no more school, that I could do research on tanks. I've been interested in tanks for a long time. I think I've said my earliest memory was like when I was a junior in high school, so probably like 2018, 2019, give or take. And I had been like interested in them, but I had never like really taken it seriously. But then now with COVID, I was like, well, what else am I gonna do? And so me and my friends started running the Spaced Out channel, and the Spaced Out channel evolved into Eta320, and the hybrid Firefly, the composite Firefly, was the first tank where like I stumbled randomly across it on the internet. Like I found an image of it, and I was like, what the fuck? It's an M4A1 Sherman, but it has Firefly's cannon. Like, what the heck? And then that led me down the rabbit hole of the composite Sherman, the composite Firefly, all that stuff, the hybrid Shermans and everything, the M4A6 as well. And that was like the first time in my life that I'd ever I dug into the websites. I did the research. I spent like hours and hours reading up on the tank. And that was a big experience for me, because that was the first time I'd ever did it. So it gave me a sense of like, whoa, like I'm doing all this research like on my own, and I'm like a real historian. Obviously, I was delusions of grandeur, but at the time it felt very cool and very special. And so I like the composite Firefly. I do just genuinely think it's a cool looking tank. If you ever looked up the Polish Zemsta 2, that tank, that's a great tank. I think it looks so good. Very sexy tank. Internet sources you'd recommend for tanks? It depends on what you're looking for, because each source is good for different things. American Tankery, I think the Chieftain YouTube channel, if you watch the Chieftain, American Tankery, he is great. Although it's the kind of thing where like, if you can't access the archives yourself, then at the very least get your references from somebody who does. Like, even if you can't get primary sources, your direct source should be someone who has access to primary sources. It's like, even though, like I don't read primary source material straight out of the archives, the Chieftain does. And so that everything the Chieftain says is at the very least factual, whether opinionated or not. So I recommend the Chieftain, his YouTube channel, if you check him out. He posts on Facebook, and he has a blog and all that stuff for American Tankery. For Russian Tankery, if you just Google tank archives and you find a website, I actually have it bookmarked. If I put, let's see, display capture, if I do that, this website right here, Tank Archives, this is a fantastic source on Soviet tankery. If you're looking for anything Russian, this guy is great. He's written 2 books on Red Army stuff. So he's a Russian who moved to Canada. So he lives in Canada, but he's Russian. And because of that, he has access to, or he can read and translate Russian archival documents. And he can go into the archives of Russia. And so he's got Russian opinions on all of this is written from the Russian perspective. So even if you go to Western allies and other nations and you find American stuff, all of this is Soviet testing of American equipment, or Soviet, what the Soviets thought of a specific vehicle. It's everything here about the Tetrarch, the Matilda, the Valentine, this is just, Matilda in the Red Army, Valentine in the USSR. It's all the Soviet perspective, but it still gives you a good idea of a lot of the statistics and stuff for a lot of these vehicles. So this is great, and this is all practically primary source. Sherman Minutia homepage, like I said, fantastic on just the Sherman. Anything Sherman related, this website is amazing. I love it. I think I have another couple, but I don't know them off the top of my head. Highly recommend those guys. I think those are great sources. German sources, I actually don't really have that many. I'm not gonna lie. Best I could tell you would probably be Military History Visualized, because it's kind of the same thing where he's German, so he can go into the German archives and actually find those vehicles and do he does all the primary source reading, so you can usually trust everything he says. And also, I think YouTube isn't a bad source. I think people on YouTube have been getting a lot better about like being factual. I think there are definitely some big names that you should avoid. But overall, I think it's, at least for me, like watch everyone, and that's what I said in my guide to the Easy 8 or mystery of the Easy 8 video. Basically, it's just like just watch everyone. Like, even though that there are some sources who like aren't credible, you should still watch them just to see what they have to say, and then take it all into consideration. Because, and like I say, it's all just a game of telephone. It's all just a huge game of he said, she said, this person says that this tank is the best for this reason, but like, who knows if it's actually true, and like it's all really hard to find the truth. And that's why I stick to factual stuff, like just, you know, how big the gun is on a specific tank, because that's factual. You cannot dispute that the Sherman had a 75. Like that's just facts. So I usually stick to that kind of stuff. But if you're looking for opinionated stuff, I mean, you know, YouTube's gonna be flooded with it. Potential History does a lot of great videos on trashing Germany, but also giving Germany some credit where it's due, I think. Yeah, I like Potential History a lot. A lot of my YouTube history influences. And then obviously your local archives. Take a look at what like, you know, for that video that the video of me with the Mystery of the Easy 8 video, and I found the Maryland archives. You just Google, like, just look up like what national archives of your country, your state, your whatever are nearby. See if you can find them digitally. See if they have like digital versions of it and stuff. And if not, then I mean, hey man, if you're curious enough and you genuinely are committed enough, like go take a road trip. Like go genuinely drive out to wherever it is and spend a day and just hang out in there. Cause like, if you like tanks, if you love tanks like I do, then that is genuinely like a trip worth taking. Like I would genuinely have fun doing something like that. Oh, I'm assembling this all like practically off screen. Yeah, I'm having to open all my bags. I'm realizing now I'm having to open all my bags before I get started. But yeah, you know, and I think it's the kind of thing where it's like, if you really do genuinely, if you care enough about it, you'll find ways to get information. You'll find ways to find that stuff. Because it's not hard. You just gotta do it. Same thing with just like starting a YouTube channel in general. A lot of people, I need to get like a really long one. What the hell? A lot of people will ask like, how do I start a YouTube channel? How do I do this? How do I do that? It's like, bro, like, do you think anyone told me how to do this shit? Like, no, I just Googled like everything. I just Googled as much as I could. Like, if you are genuinely and truly passionate about starting a YouTube channel, and it is something that like you really, really, really want to do, then like you'll find ways to, like, you'll figure it out. You'll find ways to do it. Because I did. I didn't know shit. I specifically genuinely remember sitting in my bedroom one day and being like, man, it would be so cool to have a YouTube channel. But I would never be able to learn how to do editing and stuff. And like, I could never figure it out. I could never. Like, that's so complicated. And here I am. Like, nobody sat me down and was like, okay, here's how you do this, and here's how you do that. Like, you just had to fucking do it. Where is this piece that I found? Have I already lost a piece? Oh no, it is 2 pieces. Oh, you bastards, you lied to me. I live in California in a small town. It will take me hours to drive to an archive. I mean, yeah, I mean, hey, apparently my closest one is Maryland. So, but again, like, if you are like, if you're serious about it, I mean, like, that's, but like, you know, it's also the piece of like, that's the kind of shit that people like, that's the kind of shit that the chieftain literally gets paid to do. Like, that is genuinely like, chieftain's entire job is to drive, you know, all those hours to go to those archives and read up on them. But I mean, like, you know, if it's like genuinely the only way, like, if whatever it is that you want to learn from it is like gnawing away at you, like, go for it, man. And again, especially if you love tanks like I do, then like, that's totally a trip worth taking. I would fucking drive to another state just for like, I would just plan a whole weekend, because then like, you could also just like find other fun stuff to do. Like, you can just say like, oh hey, the nearest archive to me is Maryland. Okay, well, like, I don't know, what other like cool stuff is there to do in Maryland? Just like plan a whole weekend and then just be like, all right, I'm just gonna take a vacation out there and spend like a weekend out there, go get some drinks, go have some fun, and then go to an archive and see what I can get. Now, I also understand that a lot of people don't have the finances for that kind of thing, but it is plausible. I like this song. Alright, we're gonna speed up. Now that I've got the fucking... And now that this music is playing, now that we've got the bags open, we're going in, boys. We're going hard. Going in, going hot, going hard. Hold on to your butts. Boom, look at this. I'm literally the fastest builder in the West. I'm not actually the fastest builder in the West. I'm the fastest builder in the East, because I'm Eastern Standard Time, which again is apparently a huge problem for people. I didn't quite expect that to be as... Although a lot of people showed up to the stream today, so I'm quite happy. I would consider the stream to have been a success. A roaring success, actually. Dare I say. An absolutely roaring success. Do I have to open another bag for more of these little... Oh, no, here they are. So I did that one, so then I'm going to do this one. Quick speed build. Bonk. And also... I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I've got a huge affinity for Poland. So, and also, it's actually also quite fun that this is a Polish company that does it. I'd love to do more research on Polish tanks as well. I'd love to make a video on Polish tanks. What was your first World War II tank game? That is an interesting one. I mean, it had to have been a game... like, a game that had tanks in it, or like a tank game. Like a game that was like dedicated to tanks. Because those are two different things. If it's just a game that like had tanks in it, probably Call of Duty 3. I played that when I was a kid, and that has a tank mission in it that I'd actually love to revisit someday, because I wanna look back at it and see if memory still holds it, if it still deserves to be held in as high of a regard as my memory holds it. Otherwise, like specific game that was like built entirely around tanks, I guess. The only game I play like that is either War Thunder or what's it called? Sprocket, really. I mean, War Thunder, in terms of games, like the whole point of the game is to play tanks. Yeah, dedicated tank games. Yeah, I mean, probably War Thunder then, I guess. Because I hadn't really... Oh, I see. That's why. I was searching for this piece, but it was like one of those things where you have to build the piece with other pieces. Yeah, I hadn't really... I wasn't really playing tank-related specific games for a while until I found War Thunder. I have not played World of Tanks. It should be known that I've never played World of Tanks. Big Kahuna! Yo! Dude, you're late, man. You're so late. I'm upset now. You missed, like, the whole thing. Get the rest of the boys in here, dude. Let's all chat. We're gonna chat it up. Wait, I can just put you guys... I can just call you guys on Discord. Should we just do that? We can have some entertainment here. Are you guys on Discord right now? No, none of you are. Sag. Big Kahuna is... I know who Big Kahuna is. That's a personal friend of mine. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I have not played World of Tanks before. And I'd love to do that for a video. I think that would be a fun experience of like... guy who's never played World of Tanks plays World of Tanks for the first time. And just see how AIDS it is. just see how completely terrible. Or maybe how not... Like, maybe the best thing that would come out of that is maybe I would be surprised. Maybe it would turn out that I actually like World of Tanks. If that ends up being true, then holy shit. Sorry, Dad. Yeah, you should be sorry. You should be sorry. You know, Caton forgot to pick up his pillow the other night. Just you. Yeah. I'm upset. I'm upset. That's okay though, because you get to see me in my element. We're gonna do a little bit of this. Look at this, dude. Look at how freaking... Look at this, bro. I'm so epic. So French tanks were like shit, right? I'd also love to do a video about French tanks. I keep saying I'd love to do a video on. I've got so many ideas. What am I looking for? Hello? Ugh. I feel like I should be able to find this. Oh yeah, here's one. And then where's the other? No, that's not it. That's not it either. Help. Chat, I need your help. Oh, here it is. I found it. Thank you. Clickbait World of Tanks stream with the boys. We could totally do that. That is completely plausible. I've also had the idea of doing that stream. Remember when we were just on Discord one night and we were just looking at like cursed, basically cursed tank porn, like morphs and like fucking like female like like DeviantArt Rule 34 of like a KV2 or something, I totally wanted to make that as a video. I totally want to make that a video. After I played War Thunder first time, I understood how fucking stupid World of Tanks is. Yeah, I'm curious to see, or I'm curious about how, what the World of Tanks perspective on War Thunder is. Because I know the War Thunder perspective of World of Tanks is like, it's not nearly as realistic, and it's annoying, and all the tanks are too fast, and none of the shit, like whatever. Playing World of Tanks at 3 a.m. gone wrong, Gaijin called. Yes. That would be so good. I actually had an idea for a Sprocket video that was installing sexy girlfriend mod in Sprocket, warning Among Us called me or something like that. Like making a video like that. And it's like a 10-second clip of just like me like doing some whack shit in Sprocket, and then like a friend of me, like one of my friends calls me and pretends to be Among Us. That would be like, that would get views though, just because people would be like, what the fuck is this? And like that's all I need, man. Like that's all it takes. If we can just get the views just because of how stupid it is, then that's a success in my book. What the hell is this? Oh wait, well I already did that. Hold on. Now I'm lost in my steps. Oh, here we go. See, I can't talk and like. It's a wonder how I can even do streaming at all, because like I am terrible at talking and multitasking, I guess, so to speak. Because I either lose my train of thought, or I just like I freeze up and I just forget what the fuck I was just doing. Hello, I love you and this music. Thank you. Yeah, this song is banger. This is also one of those songs that like in the video that I originally used it in, I had a bunch of comments that were like, "Yo, this song is so good." And when I showed the video to my brother and sister in testing, they also were like, "This song is great." This is the Battle Block Theater soundtrack. Battle Block Theater is a fantastic co-op game if you're ever looking for just like a fun game to sit down with a friend and just play with for like hours. Battle Block Theater is awesome. And also hilarious. The comedy in the game is funny too. Here we go. We want that, and then we want this. Like I say, man, video game soundtracks are the go-to. Just ramble about tanks. What, like right now? I mean, I can keep going. So that's the great thing about having a bunch of friends that don't know shit about tanks, is that you can just ramble. Although that's also the bad thing, because then they're just like, who the fuck is this kid? Who is this kid and what is he doing and why do I care? I mean, the answer is that you don't care, but here it is. Little rascal, you were hiding from me. Look at that. Is that an R35? That looks like an R35. This looks like an R35, ain't it? What is happening on the Discord right now? What is happening on the Discord? Oh, I see. You're getting everyone in? Alright, hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Alright, what do we got here? I mean, the stream, like, this is the final, like, I've gotten through the bulk of the stream, which is just going back through all my videos and giving out all the lore and, doing all that, and now it's just me just fucking building this R35. So at this point, this is the chill part of the stream. My PC specs. My PC is old as fuck at this point. I need to get it updated, but she holds on. I have a Ryzen. No, sorry, what the fuck? I'm trying to get a Ryzen, but right now I have an i7 4th gen, i7 447K, I think is the specific one, but i7 4th gen. I have a GTX 1060 with it's the 6GB version, so like the max amount of RAM you could get for a 1060. And then actually I have 21 gigabytes of RAM technically because I have a bunch of RAM sticks. DDR3, so like nothing too fancy. And then my motherboard is a Z97, I think, a Z97 Killers or whatever, or an AS Rock Z97. See, now you guys are making me lose my train of thought. Where the hell was the this little block they want me to use? And then I have a bunch of storage. That was one quick thing that I discovered when I started this YouTube channel, was that, oh man, if you want to be able to hold on to your footage, you gotta fucking bulk up on storage. So I have two 2 TB HDDs that hold like my videos and also my games, like my Steam games and stuff are installed on there. And then I have a boot SSD, 250 gigabytes boot SSD. And that's starting to fill up too because I don't know why actually. All I have on there are my like stuff that is installed. I was thinking, by the way, I think the song is on like an hour loop, I think, if this is correct. It's not that much longer. It's like halfway through. You guys won't have to be subjected. You guys won't have to be subjected to this banger music for much longer. What time is it? It's almost 3 o'clock. All right, so yeah, like half an hour left. Yeah, I'm not gonna finish this, but we'll get pretty far along, unless I go fucking sicko mode right now. Ah, quick. Go sicko mode. That's not sicko mode, that's just playing a fake piano. Tank of Thought? I don't know what that means. Oh, is that what this is? Tank of Thought? And this is going to be, so somebody said Polish tank, 1938 colorized. This is going to be Polish. I am planning to, when it comes time on what insignias to put on it, I am going to put the Polish ones on here. Because Poland strong. Me like Poland. Me like Bonpol. We can do this. Nope, that's too big. Fuck yeah. And we can do your mom. Oh, got him. No chili peppers, Sag. Yeah, I'm trying not to get copyright struck, actually. Believe it or not. For those of you who don't know, which none of you do because you're all strangers, Red Hot Chili Peppers are my favorite band. So, give you a sense of what kind of music. Although, like, I do like I listen to all kinds of music. I listen to all kinds of music. Even though I'm sure you can play it on stream. Yeah, I literally just said that's kind of the whole idea. Is the chat box too small? I'm worried that I'm gonna like rewatch this on YouTube later, and the chat box is gonna be too small, and you're not gonna be able to like glean anything from it. Whatever, you got the live replay. It was kind of pointless to put a chat box in here because there's gonna be the live replay, so like why does it matter? But I don't know. I wanted to be fancy. I wanted to be fancy and cool. With I figured, you know, if I'm gonna put up a stream, might as well do it right. Get this on here. Speed. Come on, speed. It's about drive. It's about power. It's all about we devour. What does The Rock? What does he say? How does The Rock? I don't know. I don't know his songs. I don't know. I don't hang out with The Rock on the weekends. I also don't hang out with The Weeknd. Just in case you guys thought maybe I was that cool. No, he doesn't listen to other kinds of music. Yes, I do. He only listens to Chili Peppers? No, you're just lying. You're actually just, like, that's just cap. That's just the biggest cap I've ever heard. I listen to video game soundtracks. That's actually true, too, which is the worst part. Like, literally, unironically, I'll sometimes listen to, like, a video game. Because, like, there are some video game soundtracks. Look, the idea is video game soundtracks are supposed to be background music, right? So they make for great background music, especially when I'm working. Like, and I'm just have nothing, like, it's a slow day, or I'm stuck doing, like, one thing for the whole day. Like, I can just pop in some earbuds and listen to, like, the fucking Halo soundtrack. Like, hell yeah, dude. That's like, that's peak. That's peak performance. Is this on the top? No, it's on the bottom. What? Oh, here. I got that totally wrong. Cope. Yeah. Literally on copium. Yeah, it's gonna be tough getting all the Twitch speak in here. So all these lads are YouTube frogs. Although I am too. I'm acting like I'm some kind of like, yeah, I know Twitch. You guys know Ludwig? Yeah, I heard Ludwig. It's like, yeah, I know who he is, but I still, to this day, even after he jumped into YouTube, I still haven't tuned into a single Ludwig stream. I've never actually watched him live. I've only ever seen his VODs. Did I miss? Oh. I do believe I missed a crucial piece to this. Wait a minute, what? Hold on for 2 seconds. Everyone hold your horses. Everyone, are you holding your horses right now? Because it seems to me like you're not holding your horses. God, I always hate this part, because then you start racking your brain, you're just like, what did I do wrong? Yeah, I think I did do something wrong here. ODST hits different, true. Which Halo track is your favorite? Probably, I mean, Halo 3 holds such a special place in my heart as a game, but it probably Halo Halo Reach does have one of the better soundtracks. I think Halo 3. I think I would say Halo 3 OST is probably my favorite. Yeah, I think, have I done this correctly? I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Well, I think, we gotta go back a couple steps. Lads, we gotta go, lads, we gotta go back. It's, the, I don't know. The instructions, I think. Instructions unclear, dick stuck in my fucking tank. Help, help. Okay, yeah, I think I was stupid. Okay, I was supposed to put this one, see this, guys? I was supposed to put this one piece further back. And now I gotta figure out how to get this out of here. Because I'm bad. There we go. Okay, so you're there, but then this still goes here. That's still fine. What we were missing, Back to the Future? Yes, we have to go Back to the Future. So this goes here, not there, where I originally thought it did. Cool. And then this goes back here, which makes more sense. And then you keep it there. You do that, and then you do this. Ah, yes. It all makes sense now. And then, that's good. See, it's better than the Sherman kit. I think that my Easy 8 kit was like fucking that shit was so hard. I had to disassemble the entire turret and reassemble it like 4 times. It was so bad. I got so confused with the directions. Ever thought about making a diorama? I guess it depends with actual models or with the Legos. Because if it's with the Legos, I kind of already have on the top of my shelf. Like I have the German tanks and the American tanks like kind of staring each other down in like a cute little display of friendship and love. But if I do end up getting into like actual genuine like model making, I probably would at some point. But that would be like way down the line. That'd be once I'm way more comfortable with like genuine model making. Because genuine model making is that's a big gig. That's like big time. You know, you're serious at that point. That's some big boy stuff. Where is, goddamn, here we are. Look at this speed. Look at how fast I'm doing this. I say that now, but it's really not that impressive. I've definitely built much faster. It's because I'm trying to talk at the same time. I'm telling you guys, this is just, oh great, now I have to do the, oh shit, so now I gotta get these out. Should we turn on the lights? Hold on. I'll try to. Yeah, that sort of helps, I think. Oh, there you go. Now the camera's adjusted. Okay, cool. I was worried that was going to make everything like bright yellow and it was going to be bad. But now we're good. We got that. Move all this over here. Now we dump this bag right here. See, I don't like to separate all, or I don't like to organize. I know a lot of people like get really anal about organizing all their pieces. As long as the pieces are in like the general group of whatever bag they came from, like to me that's enough. To me that works. That's functional. You can do that. So now we gotta make this. I'm trying to remember not to do this. I'm trying to do this in front of the camera. Do that. And then we'll do a little bit of your mom. Bam. I want to, at a face reveal, I want to see that handsome boy. Probably at the end. Probably at the very end when I do my goodbyes. I'll do it for a second. So it's not like I'm like super stressed or like, oh, I have to hide my face. Because I want to do the thing where I shoot my rifle. And that like if I'm gonna shoot my rifle in like an IRL vlog type thing, then like you guys are gonna have to see my face, so why does it matter? Also, if you want to just see my face right now, go to my Spaced Out channel and go to the second episode of the Spaced Out podcast where I interview my friend Zach, and in that we have a camera. So that's bam. I mean, sure, that's me from like what, like a year and a half ago, give or take. But like it is me. I generally look the same, except actually nah. My facial hair has gone way. I've grown up. I've also just generally grown my hair out way more than that time. I have longer hair than I did then. I think that was right around the time. No, it was way before I started growing my hair out. I know I don't have like a mullet or anything. I don't have like girl hair. My hair is longer than it used to be, especially at that time. Where is this piece that I'm looking for? It's a flat. Oh no, it's not a flat boy, but it's like a little angled boy. I love that stuff of like, you guys ever know Smitty, that YouTuber? He did a fantastic face reveal. The way that he did it was, he just went through and was like, guys, like my face has been revealed either by accident or like whatever, like on other YouTubers, like, what's it, like vlogs, or like he said, like, guys, like my face has been shown like so many other times on all these other channels and mediums that you guys just are clearly too lazy to check. So for his like grand face reveal, like I think it was like his 2 million sub special or something, for his like face reveal, all he did was he just went through and put up pictures of every single time his face was like accidentally already revealed, and like it just made you feel so stupid because like, oh damn, like if you followed the social media of like any of the other channels that he hung out with or did stuff with, like he was like there just constantly. So I thought that was super clever of just him being like, I'm not gonna like sit in front of a camera for you right now, but I am just gonna point out every single time my face has already been revealed and you guys are just too stupid to go and look for it. I thought that was funny. And plus there's also an element of this too, like on the grand scale of a YouTube career, this is early as hell. I mean, I have like 1,000 subs? And also the stream is, I think the most concurrent viewers I had on the stream was like 14. Like I'm well aware of the fact that the stream has only had like 10 viewers, give or take, at any given point. But like that's fine, I expected that because it's a small channel. So like years down the line, or you know, thousands of subs down the line, how many people are gonna have seen this stream, and then not only that, but seen this stream all the way to the end to see the part where I do my final goodbye and I show my face? Like none. So I can still, even if I care shit, even if I give a fuck about any of that face reveal stuff, I can still do this stream because fucking nobody's gonna watch this. But I don't care because I'm having a ton of fun making this. I hope you guys know that I'm having a lot of fun right now. So this is a good experience, and I'd like to do streams again because this has been great. And just talking about the channel, I always like trying to like thoroughly explain why I'm doing this and who I am and all that, answering questions. I like doing Q&A and stuff. You got a Discord server. I knew this was gonna happen. It's coming. I haven't really started on one, so to speak, on a Discord, but like I know that it's in demand, and I do eventually, obviously, if you want to have a successful YouTube channel, you need a fucking Discord so that your fans can gather and share and all that. So yes, a Discord will happen. I can't tell you exactly when. Probably for like a 2K sub special. Yeah, keep bullying him on Discord. Yeah. Turnip Productions. This is an R35 kit. It's gonna end up looking like this. It's gonna looking like that. It's an R35. It's pretty cool. Yeah, no, I'm not blind. I am not willingly blind to the fact that I need a Discord at some point. However, I will admit that I've been very lazy. Because, like, the thing about a Discord, too, and the thing about a YouTube channel in general that kind of scares you, especially, like, someone like me who eventually, you know, maybe one day would like to quit my job and do this full-time, if at all possible. I mean, I know, you know, out of all YouTubers, tank history YouTubers are definitely not known to make the most money. But if for whatever reason I can take this, like, way more seriously and do this full-time, you know, like, you have to remember, like, community management is a huge piece of a YouTube channel. Like, you know, having to pay attention to Discord. Like, I'd have to, you know, hire moderators for streams, hire editors if I really want to go full-time and do stuff. Keep bad people out of my chat, ban bad people in my Discord. Also, the Discord has to be, like, good. Like, you can't just start any random old Discord. It's got to have good bots, music bots and stuff, and it's got to have, you know, fun things that people can actually go to the Discord and be like, oh, like, this is cool, rather than just showing up into the Discord and being like, okay, well, there's not much here. There's not much to do now. You know, you want to be there. And then you have to interact with people, too, on the Discord, and it's like, I say none of this in a negative way. It is just pointing out that, you know, that kind of stuff takes a lot of work. But not, you know, again, not like in a bad way at all. It's just part of once I'm ready to accept. I don't want to say once I'm ready to accept those responsibilities, but you know, once I'm ready to start doing that kind of stuff, I fully plan on it. Just how I'm feeling. I love that. One of my favorite early war French tanks. Hell yeah, brother. I'm glad that you found it then. I'm glad you tuned in then. Yeah, this is going to be banging on the collection. This is going to look really good on the collection. I like the very obscure tanks. And I like having, like, none of the same. Like, I don't have, like, just American tanks or just German tanks or whatever. Like, I'll always try to find, like just the weird tank that's, like... I have no specific attachment to this tank, but it's a tank, so I like it. So, bam. I'm very non-biased when it comes to what tanks I like. Oops, I hit my microphone. When it comes to what tanks I like literally like... It's like picking a favorite kid, like, really. I mean, I know I just said that the composite Sherman was my favorite, but, you know, overall, I think I try really hard not to suck any one country's dick for too long, and also just, you know, tanks are tanks, man. Tanks are fucking cool. So, like, why waste all this time trying to pick one that's, like, better than the others, or, like, try to find a favorite? Like, who cares, man? Tanks are tanks. That being said, if you have a favorite tank, that's awesome. Everyone does. I remember, I just hate getting into debates, just like in general. I remember there was a guy who, he if you ever stoop this low, like, just fucking, like, take a second to step back and reevaluate your life. We were on a Discord, and it was, I think this is like the last, like, real major tank debate I ever got in, was, we were talking about Sherman versus Tiger in, like, an argument of some kind. And he was just using War Thunder as, like, his basis for everything. He was like, well, in War Thunder, yada yada, or in War Thunder, like, this wouldn't work, or he was using War Thunder to, like, genuinely make a point about, like, historical Tiger versus a Sherman one-on-one duel. And I was just like, dude, like, you cannot like that is so, it's immature. It's immature and it's naive. Like, it's like, how the fuck are you just gonna take a game? He's like, yeah, but, like, you realize that all that stuff is based on the real values. Like, the armor values aren't made up. Like, they're real. It's like, yeah, but, like, it's a simulation, dude. It's a fucking computer game. Like, it's not gonna be, like... Do you realize how much stuff they don't take into consideration when they make those games? Or how much stuff they just can't? Like, War Thunder is a very accurate simulator. I'll admit that. But, like, it's not perfect. And also, like, this is the day that I woke up. Like, the day I learned Santa wasn't real or whatever. Like... When I found out that they changed the statistics of tanks to rebalance them to make them more fair for the game, I would sit back and I'd be like, wait, you can't do that. It's a tank. Shouldn't it, like, you can't just artificially make a tank go faster, because in real life, it, like, if it couldn't do that in real life, then tough luck. That's just how it was. But then I was like, well, wait, if they're willing to just change the performance of a tank just based on how, for gameplay balance, then automatically none of it is realistic, and none of it is, like none of it can be argued in reality. Because already they don't, like, they break their own rules in that sense. It's like, if you're one of those people that tries to be like, well, in War Thunder, the Sherman can't penetrate the Tiger from the front, it's like, alright, listen, bro. Just shut up. Also, sorry, Big Kahuna. Dude, Lego, this isn't Lego. So this is a different company called Kobe, and they're a Polish company, and they specialize in, like, planes, tanks, boats, and all that kind of stuff. So Lego, the company, doesn't make tank kits, but there is a company called Brickmania, and what Brickmania does is Brickmania buys bricks from Lego and then assembles kits that you buy from them. So the difference is that they are actually, like, officially, like, official Lego licensed pieces, but it's not Lego that makes the kits, it's Brickmania that makes the kits. And as a result, because, like, there's that extra step, Brickmania kits are hella expensive. Those things are fucking absurdly expensive. I'm not joking, absurdly expensive. We're talking like $300 for, like, a fucking Stuart. Like, literally for, like, a Stuart kit. I'm not even kidding. Like, I had a friend who bought one. He was like, dude, this Stuart looks so good. I'm gonna buy it. And I'm like, oh yeah, how much? He's like, $300. I'm just like, no. This was like $50. like, chill the fuck out. Some of the kits do look really cool though, but it's still not worth. Like, there's a Centurion kit that looks really nice, but it's like $600. Like, who the fuck? Not even I can spend that much money on a fucking Lego kit. And I spend a lot of money on a lot of stupid things. Such as, my Lee Enfield isn't stupid, but I've sunk a lot of money into that Lee Enfield. And even I would not buy a $600 freaking Centurion Lego kit. The fucking Abrams Kobe kit is like $40. The Abrams Brickmania kit is like $200 or $300. What the fuck? The M3 Lee costs $695? Yeah, exactly. And like in my opinion, I don't even think they look as good. Like I think the Kobe kits also just look better than the Brickmania kits, because the Brickmania is limited by the fact that they have to use like actual officially licensed Lego kits. So like all the barrels for their tanks are like these weird like segmented like pipe pieces that are connected, and it doesn't look smooth and good. Unlike this, where like it's all like they have muzzle brakes and tracks and wheels and like engine stuff. Like that's all specifically designed for tanks. Whereas Brickmania just has to use Lego pieces and just make it work. So the sets end up looking worse, and they're absurdly expensive. So to me there is no, like, I'm not trashing Brickmania at all. I've actually gotten a chance to speak to the guy who owns Brickmania, and again, I do think that some of their kits do look pretty fucking cool with considering what they're working with. You know, not to trash Brickmania as a company at all. If you're willing to spend the money, then do it. But I just think like when there's Brickmania and then there's also Kobe, like why would you not go with Kobe? I don't understand why you wouldn't. I think their kits look better and they're way cheaper. But again, I had a friend who on the spot was obsessed with purchasing a fucking $300 Stewart kit, and I was just like, all right, man. I mean, shit. Clearly you see something in this that I don't. Look at this, bro. Look at this shit. Ooh, it fits perfectly. Hell yeah. This actually, wait, you know, this might not be... This is only 2 bags, so this actually might be... I mean, I don't think we'll get it done. I mean, what time is it? Yeah, 3:15. Yeah, so we have like 15 minutes left. But, probably won't finish this, but we might get through this first bag before the end of the stream. And I'll post on I'll do a community... I'll do a community post of the finished product if I have time to finish it today. Hopefully I should. But tomorrow, I gotta go back to work tomorrow, so it's like... Bruh. Bitch ass, dumbass, stupid ass. I don't know, work is fun though. It's it has its ups and downs. But this is the real shit. Fuck yeah, that's cool though. It is cool. Now we're getting serious. Now we're designing the suspension. Only streaming till 3:30 EST? Yes, because as I explained at the beginning of the stream, yesterday was my father's birthday, but we didn't get to do a stream, or sorry, we didn't get to do dinner for it. So my parents, they rescheduled it for today, and it's probably gonna happen at like 4 o'clock. So I just want to end the stream at 3:30, just in case. Opinion on World War II cinema: Saving Private Ryan, Bob Fury. Okay, Saving Private Ryan is great. I like that movie a lot. It's fun. I think, like, you just can't expect Hollywood to be historically accurate. I think a lot of people that go in and are just like, I didn't like this movie because it wasn't historically accurate. It's like, why did you go into this movie expecting it was going to be historically accurate? Like, you do realize it's a movie, right? Like, they physically cannot... I think, and it was described very well by... Actually, I forget who. But I heard somebody say one time that real life doesn't have a plot. Like, real life doesn't follow any sort of, rising action, climax, resolution. Like, there's no character build. I mean, there's character building sometimes. There's some stubborn-ass people out there who just stay the same way their entire lives. But, like, real life doesn't have a plot. That's why documentaries are so, quote-unquote boring, depending on who you ask. Because, like, when you take something historical and you make it into a movie or a TV show or whatever, you have to assign it a plot. You have to give it a thing, that one thing that people, you have to give it a plot, you have to give it characters, you have to give it dynamics, you have to give it action sequences, like whatever. And oftentimes, since real life isn't that exciting, all that stuff is made up. Sure, it can be based on something historical that may have happened, but like overall, like you can't just go into a movie and be like, yeah, whatever. That being said, also if a movie does just straight up like, if you can tell that a movie just didn't do their research, than like that. Like Fury is a weird case because Potential History made a great video on this, and I agree with what he says. But like Fury, whoa, voice crack. Voice crack on stream. Fury, was a fine movie, but it subscribed to a lot of myths about World War II tankery that simply were not true. Especially on like the Sherman versus Tiger and like all that stuff. Like it just, they were very, you can tell they were very lazy with it, with just how they did it. And like that kind of sucks, I guess, but it's not the end of the world. That being said, I like Fury. I think Fury is a good movie. I watched it. I was thoroughly entertained by it. I think the plot of the movie is great, and I think the acting is incredible. I think they had a great cast for it. I think the cast of Fury was phenomenal. I think their acting was superb. Definitely one of Shia LaBeouf's best movies that he's ever been in. But of course, I wouldn't walk away from Fury and say, wow, I understand how tank battles in World War II happened. Like, no. No, you should not walk away from Fury thinking that you have somehow learned some kind of elevated. And I don't think people do. I think it would be naive of somebody to watch a World War II movie and be like, wow, like, I never knew it was like that. It's like, well, you know, like, that's not, you know, you're on slippery territory there. One tank movie that I loved, I like a lot of tank movies. I find there's a lot of Russian tank movies. Are you talking about the one, Big Kahuna, the one that I showed you that was like, this has the most accurate, or not most accurate, but this has my favorite tank battle in any movie that I've ever seen? Because that was a Chinese movie called Operation Red Sea, I think. And there's a scene in that movie where there's a group of old Patton tanks chasing after a stolen T-72, I think it was. And that scene, although not like, you know, I'm not going to say that it's like insanely accurate, but it is, in my opinion, the best like tank battle I have seen in a movie. Just pure, I mean, I think they get a big point for acknowledging ERA and using it as a plot device to like actually assist them in the fight. That's cool. That's a big thumbs up for me for actually knowing what ERA is, because a lot of movies don't. I think there's a lot of foreign. I think I literally just said this, but a lot of foreign tank movies. A lot of, specifically Russia. Russia makes a lot of tank movies. There's one called Tankers that I think is pretty not that great. Actually, it's pretty bad. Don't watch it. The tank battles aren't that great, and the plot is kind of stupid. However, there's the other one, T-34, which is very famous for having really crazy VFX. I haven't actually finished that movie, but it is actually not bad. Like, of what I did see of it, I enjoyed it. I thought the tank battles were the one tank duel that I watched all the way through, which is like the one in the beginning in the village, is very entertaining. I think they did a good job specifically showing the brutality of a tank battle. Like every time they shoot at each other, even if they don't penetrate, the crew inside the tank like has their fucking ears rattled and they're like screaming like, oh fuck, like oh my god. It shows the brutality of a tank battle. But of course, like most movies, it went on for way too long. Not way too long, but it went on for a little too long. But of course it does. Because again, that's the typical thing with the movies. And you know, in real life is not as exciting as movies. So you have to make real life exciting. And to do that, you have to distort facts. But you know, that's not always bad. Actually, you know who talked about that best? Interesting enough, Neil deGrasse Tyson on Hot Ones. Neil deGrasse Tyson, when he was a guest on Hot Ones, he said something great about that idea of like movies being accurate and stuff. And he said that first, actually he was quoting somebody else, so already this is, you know, throw this out the window, but he was quoting somebody else and he said, first get your facts straight, then distort them at your leisure. And I love that quote. I love that quote so much. I think it perfectly encapsulates that of just like, yeah, first get your facts straight. Like first figure out what the hell you're talking about. And then if you want to start making stuff like a little unrealistic, a little crazy for entertainment purposes, at the very least you have a solid groundwork of like, okay, I know what was supposed to happen, but I'm going to purposefully, and I'm very aware that I am distorting it for entertainment purposes. I think that's fine. I think that kind of thing is cool. If you can tell that, like, if you can obviously tell that they at the very least like did their research and then they started, you know, messing with shit, that is that's fine, and I like that. I'm okay with that. The finished World War II movie with that Stog scene? No, I have not. I don't typically. I do not watch a lot of TV anymore and or movies, like, at all. Like, most of my free time is spent either playing video games, working on videos, or consuming YouTube content. I don't really like. It is notoriously difficult, and my friends know this. Whatever of my friends are currently watching this stream, my friends know this. It is notoriously difficult to get me to watch like a TV show or a movie. Like, you can tell me that, like, dude, it's the best fucking show I've ever, like, Game of Thrones. I still have never seen Game of Thrones. Like, you can tell me, like, dude, it's the best fucking show ever. Like, and I'll be like, okay, like, cool, I believe you. Like, it sounds right up my alley. I've got a friend who's trying to get me to watch BoJack Horseman right now, and he's like, dude, like, you would love BoJack Horseman. And I'm sure I would. Like, based on what he's described to me, it does seem like a kind of show I would like. But, like, I've never just been sitting on my own, just been like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch BoJack Horseman. Or, like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch this movie. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch Game of Thrones. The only TV shows that I thoroughly recommend are Breaking Bad and Futurama. Futurama is my favorite TV show of all time, but Breaking Bad is probably the best TV show of all time. I love Breaking Bad. Is magnifique. Alright, we're gonna finish up the suspension here, and then I think we're gonna be out of time. I'm building like the little, I don't know if you can see, but I'm building like the little suspension pieces that are gonna go on one side. I just broke it. This is your fault, chat. They're gonna probably go on the side here. If I had to guess, they're gonna attach somehow like that to the side, and then have that. Well, and even then, we're only gonna be able to do one side, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. Again, I'll work on this on my own, and I'll fuck it. I might even go live tonight again, and and just, hey guys, hey, I'm live again. So for the sole purpose of finishing this goddamn Lego build. Nobody would watch that. Watch the Funny Horse Show. It's so bad. It is so bad that even good. True. You talking about BoJack Horseman? Watch the Funny. Well, what I've heard is that BoJack Horseman is a very, like, it's very depressing and real. Please don't. It's mid. Oh boy, don't say that. You're gonna make Kaiten very upset, Big Kahuna. Big Kahuna's not gonna like, or Kaiten is not gonna like that, because he's the one who's trying to get me to watch it. I've heard it's very real, very depressing, which is right up my alley. I love those kinds of stories. I love, like, bittersweet endings are just the best. I love, like, bittersweet endings. I love bit of a sucker for that kind of stuff. Or just straight up, like, even just bitter endings. Not even bittersweet, but just, like, straight up bitter endings. I'm a little weird, but I like that stuff. Okay, so now, all right, now we get into this. You seem like a good guy. Have a good day. Thank you, Priest of Frogs, Father of Mansion. Yeah, it's 3:27, so I'm gonna put the suspension on. We're gonna wrap it up. As a Russian, I can say the tank battles of T-34 are really cool and impressive pieces of shit. I assume you meant. I believe that. I think they were. I was thoroughly entertained. It's one of the few times where I was watching a tank battle and been like, wow, like this is very well done. I've also seen. Oh yeah, there's also that movie White Tiger. You guys ever heard of that movie? White Tiger is a very interesting movie. It's basically, actually, it's really cool because it's a very artsy movie. It's basically just like this. The plot is basically Moby Dick. Of, you know, guy has this obsession over the white whale and he goes after it and yada yada. But like the instead of a white whale, it's literally a white tiger tank that he's like the tank like killed his crew, so now he's obsessed with tracking it down and all this. And there's like the tiger is like an analogy for fascism. It's actually kind of like an artsy movie, which is quite interesting. And I thought it was pretty good. It's also in Russian. You can find it on YouTube, like subbed for free or whatever. But that's that. So I think we have the other half of the suspension to go. But I think that's gonna be it for now. I might start Streamlab again and try it again, or I'll just finish it on my own time. So let's get this out of here. Get this around here. This back up on top of my monitor. Focus? Yeah. This is my background. This is my setup. This is I almost knocked over my can of Coke. Holy shit. We're okay. We are okay. We're alive and we're here. Hey, do you think that the T14 in War Thunder should not have been moved to 4.7? It's the one only good tank the US has, and move it up to BR where it belongs. I don't play the T14. Isn't that a premium? I don't give a fuck. I don't care about no T14. Oh wait, I have the camera set backwards. Hold on. Screwed. There we go. No one. I was like, why is it sitting at such a weird angle? There we go. Huzzah. Straight, straight, straight. There we go. I have specifically framed myself so that my rifle is here. But yeah, hi, this is me. Hi, I'm Eta320. I got my Coke. That's end of stream. I think we done what we set out to do, to a degree, I guess. 2021 year in review, 1,370 odd subscribers at this point now, which is great. We love to see over 1,000 subs. However, we didn't finish the Lego tank, which sucks. But that's okay. We're okay with that. I can hear my brother getting ready to leave, so I assume any minute now my parents are gonna come in. But I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for showing up to the stream. This was cool. I've never streamed before, so this was a fun experience. This was something new. And now that I have this set up, now that I know that I can do it, there's definitely gonna be interest in doing it again later. So whether that's tonight to finish this Lego build or not, or if I'm just gonna just finish it and post it as the community post, I don't know. I'll figure something out. But we've been going for 3.5 hours, so I think that's a decent stopping point. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video, or possibly the next stream. Maybe, am I allowed to do brand? Am I allowed to show a can of insert brand here? Cover the logo quick. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming in, and I'm gonna leave y'all. I'm gonna leave you. I'm going to leave you. I'm gonna leave you, and you'll never see me again.